meeting.
Yep,
Got
there
it.
it is.
Every time.
Every time.
That's
Hello.
our sign-on.
And welcome to Tales from the Forgotten Troupe. We are back with more sad vampire boyfriend. Very excited after everything that happened last week. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm excited.
So excited.
Few announcements before we get started. And the question I would like all of you to think about. What is one of your characters' favorite recent memories? And just for shits and giggles, you can include the out of context bonus episodes in this if you would like. But before that, if you would like to help support the show, you can do so by going through our Hero Forge affiliate link, either in our Twitch About section or the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or you can become members on our Coffee and get exclusive access. Access to exclusive content.
Exclusive access to exclusive content.
Exclusive access
exclusive.
to particular content.
Very.
Oh my god. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can join us live every week. If you don't know when to join us live, there are lots of ways you can figure out how to do that.
We'll tell you right now. First,
Draw a pentagram on the ground and then do some chanting in Latin.
arrange the candles.
Okay,
Yep, we need
Vico.
10 candles and a Furby.
You can follow us on Twitch. You can join our Discord where you get bot updates when we're actually live. You can follow us on
We're on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh my god. Follow us on Twitch where you can get notified when we're live.
You
Is
get
that
an
it? I
email.
think that's it.
Join our Discord.
Yes, our
Smash
Discord's
that
great.
subscribe button
Yeah.
and click the bell for notifications.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
We've got all sorts of extra content on Discord. So
That's
Yeah,
where you
chat
can
with
see all
us.
the outfit decisions.
Yeah, you
yes,
can chat
we
with
got
us.
That's the
journals, we've got
important thing.
outfits,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
got
Everything. We got
All
pictures
your
of animals.
Memes.
Yep,
Memes.
weird
We got
memes.
dank memes.
Lot of
memes.
memes.
Lots
Furbies.
of
We have a
memes.
lot of
The
Furbies.
it's all about the maymays. If we're
The
being real.
maymays.
The Donka
The vampire.
Put it all for the maymays.
Uncle Maymays. Fan Charlie.
Dunkasoon Meme.
You know, I should just kick myself out of the meeting.
Leave me.
Never gets old every time, just as good as the first.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's go around and have everyone introduce themselves, who they're playing, and answer that fun little question. So, let's go the opposite way of normal. And Jenna, you can start.
All right, I'm Jenna, and I'll be playing Amarantha. She, her pronouns for both. And Amarantha's most favorite recent memory was Michael making spitballs to spit at Officer Moron, and then adding garlic to the mix because that was fabulous.
That was very good.
Nice.
Very good.
Time.
Yeah.
That was a chaotic time.
It was so
When
good.
is it not, though?
That's
Yeah, very
true.
true. Very true. I mean, it's less so when I'm in charge.
Hey. I think I did very good.
You did.
Yay.
You did. Maria. Please go
Maria.
Maria.
I play Michael. I don't want to do the food episode because Jenna just did the food episode.
I know, shit.
It's a good episode.
This is
Good
in
episode.
character, our character's fond
I know,
memory.
I'm trying to
Is that
think of
it?
a fond
Okay.
memory
Mm,
of this
tricky.
2-day technically.
I mean, if you want to share your personal
adventure.
favorite memory,
Been 3,
you
but
can
yeah.
as well.
Mm,
I won't
Oh,
stop you.
oh yeah. Are we on day 3 now?
yeah,
Yes.
we started
Day
on Monday.
3.
I've got dates.
It's
written
Wednesday.
down.
Michael's current recent favorite memory would have to be the ghost tour and trying to suss out if Estella was there for a date or not.
That was a really good moment.
That was so
Amaranth
funny.
was not there though. So.
Screaming.
Very good. Okay. Remick.
Hi, I'm that. That's me. I'm Remick. Are you sure?
I'm one of those.
I'm one of those. Yeah. I play Aurelio, who uses he/him pronouns, and I'm gonna go with. I don't know if this episode is going to be the Ren Fair is going to be for the coffee. I don't know how you
The
say
Ren
it.
Fair will be up by the time this episode goes up.
Okay,
The
I'm gonna do that
Vaudeville.
one because there were a couple of cute little moments with Aurelio and some codified textile embroidery. So that was pretty good. That's what I'm about.
Sending the most subtle, convoluted messages ever.
Okay.
Listen,
Somebody gets them.
All right. So we have Michael, who is so discreet, and we have Aurelio, who is so subtle.
yes, 100%,
subtle.
exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Actually pretty subtle though. Like, he did a good job.
It's a secret embroidery language. Look it up. So
The language of embroidery.
look it up. If you know, you know.
He took that class about stitches and yeah.
And yes, and
Yeah, I don't know.
Those things.
Stitches
To
and
be
witches.
honest, I was not paying attention.
stitches and
Stitches.
Stitches and witches.
liches
Yes.
get stitches. No.
Yeah,
Witches get
witches
stitches
stitches.
in Aurelio's world, apparently.
But no, okay.
Sorry. This is the
Wait, am I a
energy
lich?
once again.
Wait.
Once again.
All right, Lee.
I play Baldwin. I play Vlad. Sometimes called Vladimir, though not so much anymore. I think Vlad's favorite moment recently, the secret stitchery was very sweet, but the bespoke cravat was very nice, and a moment of time alone with a friend.
Just platonic pals doing platonic stuff.
Not
saying that.
platonic.
Keep saying that, Aurelio. Keep saying it.
You will not
Someday it'll
friend
be
zone
true,
me.
apparently.
All right. And last but not least, Brianna.
I'm Brianna. I play Tori, she, her pronouns for both. Tori's favorite memory recently was at the Red Veil, actually dancing with Aurelio, because he, even though he thinks he is subtle and he is not, he was very open with her about his feelings about Vlad, and she thought that was very sweet.
Oh, you're sweet. Okay.
Yay! Amazing.
So last week, Vlad, Aurelio, and Michael met Estella for the Besties Ghost Tour, which which took them around some of the haunted sites of Salem. While they were in Old Bearing Point Cemetery, they met a new little ghost friend who they named Egon. The ghost accompanied them on their journey through the next several spots, able to sense some bad energy at the next cemetery they stopped in. Meanwhile, Tori and Amarantha met with Toby and Lizzie, who took them to a little lighthouse where they met Blake, the graffiti artist and museum robber, although he didn't actually take anything. They learned
Trasher, more like.
Yeah. Vandal,
Vandalist.
museum vandal. That's more accurate.
Yeah.
They learned what his motivations were and got a better idea of the current situation in Salem and how things might deteriorate after the protest. When they finished, they went and found the vampires on their ghost tour and caught the rest of the sites before going back to the flats, where they had a long discussion about what they should do next, and ultimately decided that heading into the woods to see if they could find any naked people out there dancing was the best course of action.
Clearly.
Clearly.
The best way to describe that decision.
So,
Which, sorry, remind me really quick, which was the cemetery with the bad energy? Was it Charter Street or was it Howard? Howard?
Sure.
The second one, I think.
Howard.
the
Okay.
Yeah.
second one.
It was
with
Howard.
Because it had the guy who was crushed to death.
Yep.
And
And the witch trials.
mhm.
So Charter Street was where you found Egon.
Yeah,
And
okay.
Howard Street is where the bad energy was.
Yeah, and Michael said if you see the ghost of the guy that got crushed, it's usually a bad omen.
Yeah. Cool. Just want to make sure my notes are up to date.
Michael has some special
Considering
knowledge.
this page in my notes says Blake Lively is a pirate. So that's the
That's the
level
most
of,
recent notes.
And
huh?
Michael is the Boston Strangler.
And Michael is the
That's-
Boston
that's
Strangler.
all
He
we
would have
got
been
here.
under the age of 10, but okay.
Yeah.
And this is why I carry
That's
a
the level
journal
of note taking we are
update
dealing
every
with.
day.
Bun.
Anyway, is that
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. His full name, Blake McMahon Bun McGee. That
Yeah.
Lively?
lively.
Blake
I'm lively.
Lively.
Spooky shuffle ghost tour. That's all that says.
Think
it
Remember, you're not at your best if you're not with the besties.
And then a few notes later, I have Toby has Mr. Whiskers. Don't know why I have that in there.
I don't remember what Mr. Whiskers is.
Mr. Whiskers
Mr.
is
Whiskers
his
is the
cat, his little
stuffed
cat
cat.
doll.
The
Yeah.
stuffed cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's
I have
not
to
a
write
pet
that down.
cat,
That's
I
very
guess.
Lizzie,
important.
Lizzie has
information.
Gary the Third.
guess.
Gary the Third.
Yes,
now
Mr.
Annabelle.
Whiskers.
Annabelle.
trying
Yeah.
to-
Now Annabelle.
And Toby
Have
has
fun
Mr.
with that,
Whiskers.
Charlie.
Yeah,
That's a good way to done curse yourself.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't have a lot of useless notes, but one time when I was making a board, I wrote epic man tantrum on my notes for Lee's game, and that was my favorite random note.
It was accurate.
An epic man tantrum.
Like nearly world ending.
All right. So what are you doing? Any
Oh,
further
we're-
planning before going into the woods?
No, we're not planning.
Planning? What?
Planning?
Tori is
What?
going into a room, closing the door, and digging some stuff out of the trunk.
What stuff? Or is it a
What's the
surprise?
It's a surprise.
surprise.
Charcoal goblets.
What's in the trunk, Tori?
What's in the trunk?
Well, some of it's BDSM gear.
We know that.
We know
Some of it.
we know what level.
Silver
I think that was
daggers.
implied. That was
Are
No,
we
that's
digging
the
into-
top level.
No.
It's the onion
Wild.
trunk.
Is the
It's
top
got
level not
layers.
considered level 1?
No, that is level 1.
No.
Level 1 in the trunk is BDSM.
BDSM
gear.
is
Okay.
level 1.
Duh. Then you have to graduate.
Are we
to other
digging into
stuff.
level 2?
Then you get into
Yes.
witch stuff, and then vanilla at the
Oh, it's not at the bottom. There's no vanilla in that fucking trunk. Right?
I mean, unless it's for like kink reasons. When you need a bottle of vanilla extract or something. What kink that is, I don't know, and I don't want to personally. As a
There's
person.
one for it.
I'm not gonna-
Lee probably knows.
There's one
No,
for
I'm just
everything.
kidding.
Let's just, I don't skip over it.
All right. So, Tori gets mysterious things from the mysterious trunk.
Yep.
Mhm.
Amaranth's
Exits the
just
room.
ready to go to the woods. Oh, she
I'm
said,
pretty sure
like,
Tor is already naked. So.
No,
well, halfway, like, almost there.
Okay.
No,
I seem to remember somebody stripping at the end of the last episode.
joke.
Jokingly.
Okay. Joking
So,
stripping.
yeah, the joke
Just
was like
some
somebody
silly
said going to the
stripping.
woods, and Tori was like immediately like shirt off.
Okay.
Her shirt is still on for now. For a
Okay.
given quality of on, considering how little of it there is.
Yes. No, Amaranth is gonna say, so if we're gonna like be doing this whole blood thrall thing, is there like some way we should be behaving besides just listening to your every command? Can you give commands? Either of you, Michael? Aurelio?
That wasn't for into the woods, was it? That was more for meeting the dean.
Right, like I feel like there might be people watching us all the time. I don't know. Maybe
That's
I'm
fair.
paranoid.
I mean, I don't really personally command people. Sometimes you can sort of implant a suggestion, but like
Yeah.
the circumstances have to be right. You know, they have to be a little malleable or
Yeah,
amenable
and
to the
there's always a
suggestion.
chance that something bad could happen too.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
yes.
that's
Like you
not
can go.
really the point I'm making. I'm saying that you're gonna have to curb your behaviors to fit the story.
Sure, and which behaviors exactly are we talking?
Vlad, help, please.
Hmm. Well,
Uh-huh.
Why don't you show them how to tell me what to do?
Oh.
I don't think that you are particularly susceptible to that.
Are you sure? It's fine. I'll have Tori down.
Why don't
She's really good at that.
you go get the wine from the fridge? And I will spend 4 angst to
that's not
overpower a
what I
model.
meant. Okay.
Oh.
I'll go get the wine from the fridge.
That's a suggestion.
Do you mean a plan
No.
suggestion?
No.
No.
Give a fucking order. Oh,
No.
what?
Cool.
All right, that's not what
I
you
mean-
meant.
I would
He
interpret.
suggested an order, and then he said, "I don't know about that," and she said, "Do it," and he's like, "Okay." So,
All right.
I mean, I feel like overpower immortal would be more like physically
okay.
rather than. Are you physically going to overpower
Pick her up, carry her.
Amarantha?
Is he gonna make me go get the wine?
Hey.
We could do implant if you want. I'll spend 5 if you want to do that instead.
I feel like that
That's
like just mechanically makes a little more sense.
Or if you're physical, like using the language of touch. Whoa!
Or
As soon as I said that, I was
Okay,
like, "Whoa."
Or if Amarantha's just like, what? And then you you go and physically turn her and walk her over to the fridge, however you want to flavor it.
he just wants wine right now. I know.
No, we'll do implant. If you
She's
feel like
not
that's more appropriate,
fighting
then we'll
it.
do
She's
that one.
gonna
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Okay. So Amarantha is
Supposed to get wine for everybody.
motivated to go and get wine.
Yep.
What wine is in the fridge right now? Aside from Tori's
Ones.
bottom shelf bottle of
Ooh.
business.
Wait, so with implant a suggestion, do I only have to listen to the letter of the suggestion? In which case they're getting shitty $6 wine.
I mean, all he said was to get wine.
No.
Else he said.
He just said to get wine.
She'll be good. She'll get a good wine.
Loopholes, they exist.
I know. I was just thinking about it.
That's the sort of thing that you would have to pretend to do. If you want to keep up this act. I don't think it's necessary for a trip into the woods, but if we did encounter somebody that you felt like you needed to pretend around, then I don't think any of us is going to be ordering any of you about.
Yes, and I think every vampire's relationship with a blood thrall is somewhat different. I mean, certainly there are some who are very commandeering, but others are a little more laissez-faire. So you could really, I think you could just act as normal, but listen to whatever we say or tell you to do. Maybe perhaps try not to antagonize another potentially elder vampire. But other than that, like, just act
At least
like
not
normal.
outwardly in front of them.
Not outwardly. Internally, do whatever you like, but any more
Is Tori back now?
questions?
For this conversation.
Any further
Sure.
questions?
I mean, it's a flat. I imagine you're not that far away
Yeah.
from the living
Yeah,
room.
no, just
It's
grabbed
a
the stuff and
house.
came back out.
It's a whole ass house.
Yeah, I guess
Keep
so.
calling it a
flat. But we keep calling it a flat.
We're
Because
right next to the
Aurelio
living
just-
room.
Aurelio
a
just
flat.
calls it a flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tori's got a small backpack on.
Oh. And
Are you
that's
ready?
it.
Damn.
So a small backpack and like little nipple pasties.
Nice.
No, she's still wearing the same clothes as she was.
Are there any other supplies we should gather? Anything we need before we go?
Brought steaks, right, Tori? Just in case.
Always.
Are we expecting to run into vampires here? I thought we were
No,
looking
it's-
for witches.
No.
You know that we're human, right?
I mean,
What?
like,
Like you? I'm sorry. Out of character. I thought. Did you say that you guys are human?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tori and
you-
I are human. So what we're saying is that we just have to be prepared in case
Yeah.
something happens.
Constant vigilance.
Like, if
Yes.
there's a vampire in the woods who feels like attacking us, I can't just make a steak out of a branch in like 3 seconds.
Right.
I think I wouldn't doubt yourself. You might be able
Of course
to.
you
Well, Tori is very determined sometimes. So, and
Have some faith in your ability.
So I
Just
think
gonna
um,
break it so it's pointy.
you might be able to, but
Not a
who
clean
wants
break.
to take that risk that you have the however many seconds to do that, right?
Well,
Like,
we'll all be
you're-
with you as well, won't we?
They're
Well,
not
yes,
wrong.
but-
Sticking
It
together.
doesn't hurt to take precautions. So
Right.
just be careful where you're pointing
we're
them.
not gonna stab any of you.
They're very dangerous. They're very sharp.
A
A
child
child.
could die.
I'm not planning on
Silent
pointing them at any of you,
control.
but like if I haven't, there have been times in my life where if I hadn't had stakes on me, I'd be dead.
Right.
Sure. No, absolutely. Yeah. Self-defense is never a bad call. So
Right,
let's
that's-
Also, you don't have to only use them on vampires. You can stab up plenty of things with them.
It is a very versatile weapon. That way.
That's true.
Sure.
That's true.
Sure. Yep. That's not going to investigate that any further. But,
Bodies
that's
in
not
the yard,
wrong.
Michael.
There are
Mhm.
lots of ways
Like-
to kill people.
If one of Michael's Jello creations came to life, we could use a stake to stab it.
Sure. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
don't think that they could. It
It would
maybe
multiply then. You'd break
Yeah.
it.
I would
You
not
don't
be
have-
surprised.
Like fighting
You have to do
oozes.
bludgeoning damage to jellos because
They do split and duplicate.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Slashing.
You can't do lightning damage to them.
Yes,
That's a
you
mess.
need
They do
fire and
corrosive
ice.
damage to you.
Yeah. Michael's putting this cross.
Poor Michael.
Jello monster.
It's a rust monster.
Oh, that makes so much sense though. All right. Let's go then. We're all prepared.
We've got all our stakes and our silver.
I've got my
and
mace.
packs.
We're good.
Vlad has his gun.
Sorry, what?
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 You give him shit for bringing steaks and you got a
I
motherfucking
need to know is
gun?
what kind of toast
Why not? He's a grown man. He could have a gun.
Vlad just cocks gun, forest haunted.
Force haunted.
Alrighty, did you dip your bullets in holy water? Probably
Takes
should've
care of
done
it.
that.
No, he doesn't have a gun. I don't want to introduce guns into this world.
No. No, thank you.
Yes, yeah, that's sure. Sure.
Let's just keep it out of here.
Yeah, into our quaint and cozy vampire world.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
stabbing people and children, apparently.
Yeah,
Torian's
yeah.
never stabbed a child.
That
Yet,
you
no.
know of.
That you
We
know
know
of.
On
We cannot
purpose.
confirm or deny anything because we plead the fifth.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Anyways, let's go.
Can I come? Egon pops
Yeah,
up.
I
Sure.
think so,
Yeah,
right?
to the woods.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
To adventure.
Just
Trying to
try
be
not to
buffer,
get
yeah.
lost and don't, let anyone, I don't know if you can be captured or hurt or anything. Stay
Oh,
away from witches, maybe? I don't know. Is that.
I think
witches have an
aren't
issue
we
with
trying to be with
ghosts?
friends with the witches?
Yeah.
I thought that was
We are. I don't know. Maybe that's insensitive or the wrong thing to say. I'm not sure.
Stella was fine with them.
Yes. Just if anyone looks like they're trying to trap you in a weird, like rectangular sort of little container. Maybe just fly away. Right?
Like
Just-
that cardboard
Perhaps
box
like
that
a
you put
little
the grave
bag.
dirt in.
Stay away from bags with feathers and bones in them.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Or maybe like a little remote control. Sorry, I just watched Ghostbusters Afterlife last night, so I'm really.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
Egon.
talking
Proton
about.
pack.
Why don't you just stay in my pocket again? And
Yes,
that would
should be
be
Pocket ghost.
Okay.
Got a pocket
Squeezes
full
in
of
your
fun
pocket.
ghost.
Yep. Squeezes in your pocket. It's cool.
So Amarantha starts texting
It's
Tori.
It's cold.
Something about I'm about to shake things up. You game?
Text back. Always. Winky face.
Perfect.
Next back. Hey, this was in the group chat. No, just kidding.
Aurelio can't use the
Aurelio
phone,
sends a
and
toaster
Michael doesn't know how to
emoji.
text. So the only one who knows is
Inexplicable.
Vlad.
Wouldn't that be funny though? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry.
Vlad has not been invited to the text group chat.
Oh
No.
Amarantha just got his number though.
Oh.
Okay.
Yesterday.
I haven't done anything with it though.
Yes.
It's been a whole ass
Yes.
day.
Yep. So I keep hearing like in the interest of like breaking down those walls, like Vlad said, thank you for helping us do that, Vlad. That's very helpful. And I just thought that we could break down a few more. Like I keep hearing Aurelio say like platonic flat share, and like that's not entirely true, Aurelio.
Sorry. What do you mean? To what exactly are you referring?
Amarantha just walks up to Tori and like puts her arms around her and then lightly brushes her lips against hers and then deepens the kiss.
Yes.
Sorry, Dipster.
Good for them.
Good for them.
She'll be like, so me and Tori have been involved for a long time. We're also not
Amazing.
exclusive. And Tori may or may not want to do depraved things with Aurelio. And also, I have feelings for Michael. And then
Wow.
there's the elephant in the room here.
There's an
This-
elephant.
Yeah,
There's
Where
like
did
3
you get
apparently.
there's a,
Not a litter.
there is an elephant in the room.
I thought we were going to the zoo to watch rhinos earlier.
The rhinoceros.
No, it's
If you need me to leave, I can leave.
Poor Egon. Egon
Vlad is
understands.
in love with Aurelio, but they don't want to talk about it.
Amarantha, it's maybe very easy from an outside perspective to assume certain things, but sometimes the people you're talking about have
Oh,
long lives
Aurelio,
and
did
a
I make a
history, and
mistake?
this is quite complicated actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I must have misread the signals. So if you're not interested, do you care if I ask him out?
Just panic, fully just panic.
Good thing there's no blood flow,
Yeah,
otherwise
like-
really it would be beet red.
There's no blood flow, but just fully deer in headlights, like intense panic. Like, Phil, I certainly don't. That's something you would have to ask Vladimir. I can't speak for him. I don't know. Maybe where his interests lie. So that's
Would you like
not for me to
dinner
say.
on Friday?
Excuse me.
She turned away from Aurelio and said, Vlad, would you like to get dinner on Friday?
Oh
Calling your bluff,
man.
Aurelio.
Egon just pokes up out of
Chaos.
his pocket. And he's like,
Amarantha, you're not fooling anyone here. If you would actually like to get dinner and
get to know each other, then yes. But if you're doing this just to intimidate Aurelio, then no.
Roll to intimidate, please.
He's already got deer that. No, I would like to get you to know you better. Seems like we have some common interests.
Okay. Yes, we wow, that's a lot, but yes, we can get dinner and talk about all of this that just happened.
Well,
You seem to have a lot of feelings on the issue.
I have a lot of feelings in general.
Yeah.
And we're happy to see you embracing your feelings.
Aurelio.
Yes, everybody should embrace their feelings.
Are we in the woods or where are we?
You're still in the flat.
We're still in the goddamn. Fuck.
Look, I feel like a lot of assumptions have been made in these last few statements, and I'm very happy for you two. You seem to know each other well and be clear on your relationship, but maybe it's a better idea to ask about other people's feelings instead of stating them as from your perspective.
It's worth noting that for one flash second, when Amarantha said that Tori had a thing for Aurelio, Tori looked very confused for a second, and then hid the expression and went along with it.
Ooh, the plot
I just
thickens.
assumed because
They haven't talked about it.
right.
It's
Oh my god.
easy to get caught up in feelings, and I think that maybe just a little bit more thought into it would be helpful for everybody.
Okay.
Let's go find some witches.
Yes, let's go to the woods
Yes, please.
Road trip.
now. The road trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Egon, I'm so sorry.
Egon.
This is much more exciting than the graveyard.
Yeah,
We're just like
I-
cable TV for Egon.
As they're walking
I love
out,
it.
He's eating
Tori
ghost
is just gonna go up to Amarantha and be like, "You got a date."
Egon is
Her
eating
arm
ghost
around Tori.
popcorn.
Yeah. Tori's like arm around Amarantha, so it's just like bad bitches.
Yep.
Aw.
Good. Aw.
First kiss in game.
Amazing. It happened. It happened.
I know.
Finally.
And Rabbit
No.
didn't even have to do this first.
It has happened off screen many times.
I said in game.
Game, on screen, on camera.
On camera.
Well, they've known each other since they were 14, so
Yeah.
there's a long history there.
Maybe we got history. Don't you remember? Something.
I don't know. I feel like Tori and Amarantha are goals. They're not jealous. They're confident in their feelings for each other. They're open. Like they hype each other up like nobody else. Like it's
Sure. And we love that for them.
Did not start that way.
No, absolutely not. We were a hot mess in the beginning.
We're 14, so yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks. Yeah.
Fair.
We figured.
And valid.
Yeah. Mhm. Who isn't
We
a
all
hot
need
mess at
time to
14?
grow, okay?
Sometimes more
Sometimes
time
you need
than
time to
others.
grow and come into yourself.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds and hundreds of years.
Tori and Amaranth are just overachievers, so they accomplish what others can't in, hundreds of years, in 5, or
Sure.
I'm sure after a century or two, things just become cyclical.
yeah.
A little bit.
You've really delved into those patterns at that point. And It's really hard to get out of him.
All right, do we have a destination in mind? Do we know where the rumors are originating? Or just if we spread out in a great formation, we could
Tori
cover a lot
has-
of ground.
Why don't you lead the way, Tori?
Sure. So Tori's run around naked in a few forests around.
Which forest am I going to?
Are the
Which one has
people
had the
friends
greatest-
of Tories? Because I'm very curious.
So there are
Which one has
several.
the most naked people spotting, isn't it? That she's seen.
Sorry in advance, the city of Salem.
We're no longer sponsored.
Please
And we get
sponsor
the
us,
cease
city
and
of Salem.
desist.
We love you. So I'd say there are several green areas around Salem in the area, but probably the closest and the one that has a larger area, so it's easier to get lost in the woods and not be found if you want to do naked things, is Salem
Naked
Woods, Salem Woods Highland Park,
All right.
which is on the southern side of Salem. It's got big open spaces and forest and stuff.
Can we walk there?
Oh yeah, it's very walkable.
Yes, Salem is super walkable. I don't know if you know this.
Have you heard that it's really walkable? Like,
Have you heard that it is the most walkable?
It is the most
Oh my God.
walkable.
Oh man.
Please, the city of Salem.
It's like
Sounds
downtown
fun.
Nuremberg here.
But yes, you can get there.
All right. Tori will lead them. You said it was south of the town, city.
On the southern-ish side of city limits. Probably, I think it's like southwest or something.
Mhm.
I didn't memorize the map. Sorry.
Valid.
didn't do the readings.
Charlie.
Hey, whoa.
My immersion.
Whoa. I put
Whoa.
together a great ghost tour for you last week.
It was really good.
It's true. It was fabulous.
Well, to get to the woods, we need to go southwest, that side of town. And there's a little path off of, I don't know the street name anymore. I kind of just remember where it is.
Howard. No.
Lead the way.
It's
Yes,
next to
we'll
the
follow you.
Walgreens, the haunted Walgreens.
I follow you anywhere,
Uh,
sorry.
Oh, maybe I follow you anywhere. Tori will lead them down down towards the park.
You can get there and reach the edge of the park, and there's some streetlights like bordering it and stuff that offers some light, but definitely gets darker as you get into the trees in the park area.
So she leads them through the main path, past a little offshoot parking lot. And there's like a little, I guess, you could consider it like a gatehouse or whatever, and then off the trail and up into deeper forested area.
The deep forest.
The
The deep woods, the deep dark.
The deep woods.
I brought bug spray. I guess the vampire boys don't need it, but
There's no blood in here, dude.
They bite us anyway, and it sucks.
Well, now you know
That's
how
the
it
little
feels.
there.
Oh my god.
The turntables.
That was a long time ago.
As they go, it's clear that Tori knows her way around a little bit. There aren't very many moments where she's kind of like hesitating about where to go, but she leads them until they're pretty close to the center of everything.
Yeah.
There's a little creek that she kind of ends up following for a while.
So is there any particular reason that you and your folk come out here? Or is it just for fun?
I can't speak for anyone else out here, but mostly I do it for exhibitionism reasons.
I don't know. But you
you
don't
know.
know the intentions of the others, or
I mean, I've never talked to them.
okay.
Sometimes it's awkward if you're just running through the woods naked to like stop and talk to somebody, you know?
Like,
I figure if your clothes are off and you're running around, you've already broke down some barriers. Talking is least of your worries.
I'm not always naked when I'm out here, just usually.
Okay.
It's nice for hiking. It's pretty. Like, I don't know. There's just something about the woods at night. It's nice.
Quiet.
Sometimes somebody follows you and you have to threaten to stab them, but you know, for the most part, it's good.
Where do you keep the stakes when you're running around naked though? Like, do you just hold them or do you like have a thigh holster?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm really not imagining all this, you know?
No, like, I mean, I've got to put my hair up somehow, so I just like,
Ooh,
Like
there you
chapsticks.
go.
Oh yeah,
That's
no, like
smart.
the hair.
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Hair
they're not the
sticks.
better steaks because they have to be thin enough to actually, you know, work.
Yeah.
But in a pinch,
Mhm.
and you know, I also have a knife
And where-
that goes in the thigh holster.
got it. I'm just really into the thigh holster aesthetic. I think it would look really hot on you. Just saying.
Oh, it does. But like, also, there's like some cool plants you can only find at night, and like, I don't know, it's quiet, gets you away from people.
The cat. Stop.
I fully did not even like recognize that he was walking by, and I removed him off the desk until somebody said that. It's become so second
You're so
nature
used to it.
Yeah, every time. It's nice though. I mean, I don't see other people all the time, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I come out here and like other people have found some cool plants or are just kind of like, I don't know, meditating or vibing. You don't really talk to them. They just kind of like let you chill with them.
Do you think there's any reason we should be worried about these people out here? Or are we chasing a, wild goose here?
I don't think there's a reason for worry necessarily, as long as you don't antagonize anyone. If you see like things hanging from trees, maybe don't go that way. Sometimes they're warnings. Sometimes they're just there because they're words or whatever, but sometimes they're warnings.
If you see little like stick figures hanging in the tree, I
Don't
saw a
break 'em.
documentary.
Oh yeah,
about
I used to
that.
hang those up just to fuck with people.
The Blair Witch was Tori the whole time.
No, like, I mean, I thought the movie was pretty funny personally, but
No, it
I
was
know
a
that's not.
documentary.
I don't really like horror movies, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, someone had to tell me it was like horror. I thought it was funny,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. It seemed cool. I hugged some of them up. Some people started screaming, and it's a fun night.
I love your sense of humor.
Tara's just like antagonizing town.
Yeah, antagonize the whole entire town. Everywhere we go. I feel like you started doing that in boarding school. I remember, like,
They had it coming. Like, if you can't be a public nuisance, what are you even doing with your life?
that's true. That's true.
It's good advice.
Tori is fully just that meme where it's like, I've never behaved a single day in my entire life.
Well-behaved women rarely make
Make
history.
history. Yep.
Tori's also the meme of the little girl looking at the camera while the house is burning down.
Fire.
Yep, that is 100% Tori, yes.
Yes, 100%.
But yeah, she kind of leads them to the center and is keeping an eye out for anything that's in the trees or other markings.
Yeah, I'm interested in these markings as well.
Also, signs of any recent plant cuttings.
Okay. Would you like to uncover a secret or lie?
I was gonna say, Yeah, and I'll spend 2 angst on that to avoid the complication in this case.
It would be 3
Or
angst
3.
because it's a
I'll
plus
spend-
2.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
forgot it was +1, and
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I earlier when we were first getting to it, I kept struggling to remember if it was double the amount or plus 2.
or-
It's
yeah,
plus 2,
so
right?
For the
Yes.
plus 2, yes.
Okay, because I did
Tori-
that.
Tori will spend 3 angst to avoid the complication.
Okay, yeah. As you are going through the trees, walking, just seeing what's around, you don't find any signs of plant cuttings, but you do spot some carvings in trees and some look to be trinkets strung up in some branches.
Tori takes out her backpack and pulls out from it like a kind of a thick book thing that looks like not like a factory binding kind of book. It's like more of a semi-competent hobbyist binding. And kind of like flips through it, like looking at the book, then looking up at things. Takes out a pencil. Sometimes when I come out here, I make notes of what I find. That's when I'm wearing clothes, because like I can only carry so many things around me when I'm not. But like this one, then Tori will give them like the general vibe of what's going on with this particular tree.
Yeah, looking at this, these are definitely like protective wards.
Like these ones are for protection. You can see like the combination of these 2 plants. And this one's interesting because you can only get it like in either like a waxing moon. You can get it other times, but it won't work. You combine those 2 and then it's like a little bit of a ward. Not a super strong one in this particular case. It only just suggests people go elsewhere. I'm determined enough. You need something stronger though.
So this is more of a message to people that would understand this sort of ward.
Unless other wards on the tree contradict that.
Nothing else contradicts it. From your understanding, it basically designed to it's not super powerful where it would get someone to immediately like turn around or have serious altering effects on a person who wasn't supposed to pass through, but is definitely a more heavy-handed suggestion that to keep whoever might be within the boundaries of these wards safer from detection.
Do you know anything that might be beyond this? What are they protecting?
Could be themselves. I mean, sometimes people come out into the woods at night. Usually they're just chill. Sometimes they're not. If I had something I wanted to hide, though, it's the kind of word I'd put up, if not something stronger.
Vlad's like very interested in this book. Trying to peek at the pages that you've written.
She'll show him the page that
Something
she's
you've
on.
written. Yeah.
No, just notes. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but interesting to learn.
I haven't learned a whole lot about witchcraft, but it's all about intention, isn't it?
Partially. Intention and good supplies. One time I walked face first into a ward that like wiped my memory of the last like oh my god, yes. Look, sometimes you need parsley for things, and sometimes the only place to find it is a goddamn grocery store. I can't grow things to save my life.
I've seen this sort of practice over a long time, and materials change, but the spirit and the practice does not change so much.
Oh, you probably know more about that than I do. I'm self-taught.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You
It's a
don't
wonderful
have
tradition.
You don't have any connections then to the witches yourself? You just sort of have picked it up on your own?
Mostly, yeah.
Hmm.
Boarding school is hard when you're there on scholarship.
Yeah, though
And
I
a lot
bet.
of people want to fuck with you, and sometimes you find a sketchy book in the back of a library and use it to make them suffer.
Sure, that's no. I'm sure they got what they deserved.
Mostly they got shoved in lockers.
Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
sure. I mean, I wouldn't want to intrude on sort of the witch's territory, but I don't know. It feels like it maybe does a little more investigation. Like, how would you feel? Comfortable looking further or going beyond this point?
Personally, I think that we should be using Estella as our point of contact on this one
Mhm.
because she's the one who knows the community.
Sure.
And like, I don't want to make a misstep and potentially sour an alliance before we've made it. But
Mhm.
Absolutely.
it's good to know where these things are sometimes. And Tori flips to another page and kind of pulls out like a semi-battered, like not like battered like it's old, but like it's been used a lot in the last month, like kind of map of the area, and just like makes some marks down. Puts it back away, puts the book back in the backpack. We should probably leave them be for the moment. But
Sure. We could skirt around and sort of continue without, if you think that we can navigate around whatever area the wards are guarding.
Mhm.
I think that works. It's hard to like, if you want to make a perimeter, you'd need to really feel it up. This is more of an area kind of thing,
Okay.
I think.
see.
Can we see anything beyond this point, or is it just like dark woods?
It really just looks like dark woods. There doesn't seem to be any light or anything further in. You're
I have dark vision.
getting you're getting some assistance with
I'm
you.
I am
Heather.
a Twilight
I'm
card.
sorry. That
You're
was
getting
so
some
stupid.
you're getting some assistance with the moonlight that's coming through. It's obviously not as powerful because the full moon has passed. We are waning. But yeah, it doesn't like you. There definitely aren't any source like other light sources further in the trees. Doesn't look like there's any sort of structures in there. Maybe you think there might be a little bit of a break where there's a small clearing, but it's kind of hard to tell how big it actually is from this distance.
Okay. Would you feel comfortable going past this if it was just you?
I mean, worst comes to worst, there's a stronger ward in there, and I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but like, I don't know if you've ever walked like face first into a ward and had your memory wiped of the last 12 hours and then not realized it for like 30 minutes. It's a weird feeling, but like if you see me wander out of there and like I don't know what's going on, that's what happened.
The last 12 hours, you say? Maybe we should all go a little further and just, maybe we should go and poke a little further into it.
Tori looks at
Aurelio.
Aurelio and says, sometimes the words just make you really, really itchy.
That one is less good. Less good for sure.
It really is like ready to risk it all to go.
We could turn
Please
back
let me forget this
time.
past day. Please let me
Just the
forget.
last hour, really.
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh no.
Rulio,
Poor
sweetheart.
But I can take a look. If I come back and I remember anything, I'll let you know. And Tori will kind of.
Can we send Egon with her?
Sure.
Yeah, did the woods
Just in
affect
case.
ghosts? Do we know that?
Ooh, that would be bad if the ghost forgot.
I actually have no idea. I didn't know ghosts existed until we met Egon.
That's true.
Mhm.
I can go.
Egon will
Okay.
pull out of the pocket and go and like hover next to Tori.
I'm kind of picturing just like Blob sitting on Tori's head.
Yeah, same.
We can do that if that's how you. He's just kind of like floating over here. But if you want him on your head, you know.
I mean, I'm good with whatever, but
Okay.
floating is probably the more reasonable thing to do.
Okay.
I
I
don't
don't know if
doesn't
he.
want to cross any boundaries. He already went
Like-
through Vlad's whole chest.
Ghost cat.
And he sees everything apparently, so
He's seen everything.
he's seen everything.
He's been in the attic.
He's been in the.
There's a
He's
lot
a
of
lot of
stuff up
things.
there.
If he was in the attic.
I don't really know what it's all for, but it's there.
Oh no.
Totally, I was like, I feel another awkward conversation coming on.
Oh no.
Like, we'll tell you when you're older, I think. I don't know how old you are.
Me neither. It's been a while.
Okay. I think
It's been a
until you
while.
know, we should probably hold off on that conversation.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, I didn't really know my name until like a few hours ago.
Well, let's see how well you retain information. Because, like, I don't want to be culpable in that.
Okay.
But you're cool. You've got vibes. Let's go.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
You can head forward and Egon is, floating, like weaving a little bit back and forth as he's floating along.
It's worth noting, Tori is going to leave her bag with Amarantha, actually, and just take out, like, a single, like, small ward that's just, like, a little
Mhm.
A little
tiny
protective
little
charm.
bag. Yeah. And it's got, like, it's like on a leather string thing, so just kind of puts it around her neck. Like, it's not polite, I think, to bring other wards that are like do other things with you into a territory. So I'm just gonna leave this here.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. She just slings the backpack on herself.
And Tori will head off with Egon and her protective ward.
Yeah, you can head into the trees and start, making your way through, finding a decent path as Egon floats along next to you. And you get, feels like you're walking for a while, honestly. And you spot another carving in a tree. Similar to the first one. Definitely a bit stronger. And I'd say, yeah, why not? Who cares about secrets? With your experiences and training and stuff, you can tell that this one definitely it's stronger and is specific towards vampires, keeping vampires away. And as you're standing there kind of inspecting it, Egon keeps floating forwards.
Egon,
Huh?
where are you going?
I like this place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what you like about it?
It's comfortable. It's
In a way
warm.
that other places aren't?
Yeah. It's got good energy.
I'm glad.
Can we go?
Yeah. Sure. Tori will make a note of the ward and keep going.
Yeah, it's as you keep moving forward, it's you've not encountered ghosts before, but if you could describe a ghost as looking drunk, Egon looks like that right now.
This is drunk energy.
He's very like floating, like bobbing, like weaving back and forth a lot, kind of erratic, going a little too far and then course correcting.
Okay, so knowing that Tori's knowledge is very, very far from complete, is it the sense that the ward is vampire specific or more undead specific?
Vampire specific.
Okay.
Hey God, how are you feeling? I feel good. Yeah? Yeah. It's nice here.
About how far does Tori feel that she's gone?
Maybe at this point, nearing like a quarter of a mile.
Okay.
So not super duper far, but you're not like just a few feet in, like past the first ward.
Okay.
You can still Misty step out. You'll be fine.
Entrance door.
Thunder step if you want to make an entrance.
Yes.
That's the truth.
Or an exit.
It's an exit, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a way to announce your presence.
Tori's gonna go either until she's reached another quarter of a mile or until she finds a third ward.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say as you're moving through the trees, now that you're farther in, you actually can now see what Vlad was sort of trying to pick out of earlier, and there is actually a clearing further in. And I'd say as you reach the edge of the tree line of this clearing, and it's not super duper big, just a nice like small break in the trees, you do spot a third ward at the edge of this clearing, and it's still a protective ward, still against vampires, and more powerful than the previous two. But from your previous experience, it doesn't look like it would have any harmful effect towards you.
So it's just that word. Is there anything that would indicate a hostile intent towards anyone who isn't a vampire?
No.
All right. In that case, Tori's gonna walk forward a little bit into the clearing, trying to keep Egon close because he seems to be potentially prone to wandering off in this state.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten a little bit ahead of you. Not super duper far, but a couple feet, and is just kind of like floating there. But yeah, you get into this clearing, and Egon gets a little bit towards the middle, not towards the center, but just kind of gets there and like pauses, just hanging in the air, shifting a little bit from side to side and looking around.
And Tori will go to where he is and kind of like, I guess, look up at the moon to see how, like, I assume there's some pretty view of it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a large enough break that you can see the moon overhead.
Since it's a clearing, she's gonna just take a look around for any signs of like past rituals, anything that this place might be used for regularly.
Yeah. It looks surprisingly clean considering the boards that were set up. Like it doesn't really look like there's any sort of disturbance here.
All right.
Egon starts floating towards the ground.
Buddy,
Kind of
you
like
okay?
kind of like a hot air balloon coming into land.
Tori is gonna, having no idea if this works with ghosts at all, is gonna see if like she can like catch him like lightly, or if he just goes through her hands.
Yeah, you reach out and try and catch him, and there's definitely like a little bit of hesitance. Like he registers that there's a surface there, but then proceeds to phase through your hands.
Does he stop at the ground or does he keep going?
He does stop at the ground.
Okay.
He kind of like flattens out a little bit.
That sounds like
Just
it's
like
very funny.
Whoop. Yeah.
Tori will kneel down next to him.
Egon, buddy, you good? Yeah, I'm good. It's nice here. There's
Feels warm?
yeah, nice and warm. There's a smell though.
What kind of smell?
Sulfur, I guess.
Sulfur. Does Tori know anything about the use of sulfur in witchcraft?
There's several uses. So not knowing what was done here, it's hard to pinpoint why that effect would be present.
Okay.
Egon starts rolling along the ground, just like for himself.
Picturing
Like
like,
a
a
puppy.
cat rolling around in catnip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go snip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's interesting here, certainly, but we should probably head back soon. I don't want the others to worry. Do we have to? You're your own person and or ghost. You're free to do what you like. I preferred if you came back with me so I knew that you were okay. But if you want to stay, that's up to you. I don't want to lose my friends. All right. You want to sit on my shoulder? Okay.
Tori will like give him a shoulder to kind of just vibe on.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely as weird as it sounds, like having to like physically like nudge him a little bit to get him like up off the ground. And then even then it's like a lot of like bobbing and weaving back and forth and floating before you get him up on your shoulder, and then it's just like blob on your shoulder.
Yes. Tori kind of just pats the incorporealness of him.
All right. I'm gonna head back now. Thank you for telling me your senses about this place. It was really interesting. Can we come back? Yeah. I think that'd be nice. Okay.
And Tori will head back the way she came, keeping to the path that she took originally.
Okay. So while Tori is on her little excursion with Egon, is it just awkward silence with the rest of you? Or
Oh no. Amarantha would never allow awkward silence.
Oh boy.
Of
What about nice, comfortable silence?
No.
With the
a
conversations
possibility?
that have been happening in the last hour, there's no
It
way
would be
that's
awkward.
comfortable.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no comfortable silence.
What about
We're
where
past.
you're really,
Likes
really
that.
trying very hard to pretend it's a comfortable silence, but it's very, very, very awkward?
Oh, buddy. Go stretch.
Can someone refresh my memory? We asked Stella about the rumors in the forest, did we not? I thought we asked her. She said she knew nothing about it. Is that?
No. Oh, well, I didn't. If you did on the ghost tour, I'm not aware.
I don't think we did.
I thought
I asked
in
her,
the, Mm.
and I mean, she was purposely vague. I'm sure.
Yes.
I asked
That's
if she had heard about rumors, and she said yes. And then I asked her if there was any ghost tours that take, this sort of path, and she said yes. She did not offer any of her own information.
Interesting.
To be fair, she has agreed to liaison with the witches for us. So
That's nice of
For
her.
you,
yes, for me, but
Interesting.
she knows. I mean, like, she saw us all together the first day that she met us. It's not a secret that I live with Michael and Aurelio, and that you're peripherally involved. I don't know. It's very confusing right now, this whole thing, but we should probably figure it out because shit's about to hit the fan in 2.5 weeks. And I personally would like to be on a plane to France too. So
you just want to leave.
I'd like to help them put plans in place, and then I'd like to get the fuck out because I'm mortal. And then wait till the dust settles and come back, I mean, it's the most practical option when you don't have supernatural powers.
Well, I don't think our powers are going to come in much handy when we're talking about fighting a regent.
Yeah.
Right. What can we
Multiple
really do?
Elder vampires as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was the plan, is to figure out what we can do.
Well, right. But the things that I can do is help them prepare, help them put a plan into place, come up with some actual goals, get some ideas of the laws that they want to put into place, help them connect with the witches for an alliance, and supply them with some synth blood. That's what I can offer. And financial resources for other things if it's needed. But primarily, those are the things that I can offer. I'm not a fighter. I'm not... That's not something that I really can offer them. So staying and fighting is not necessarily the smartest thing for...
Yeah, that might be the best course of action. I think there's still a lot of unanswered questions before we make any real decisions. But,
Absolutely.
If you plan on representing the human faction, then it might be better represented with your presence here.
That's not necessarily my goal. I mean, preferably I'd like to put these things into place and then be able to step back and just be a supplier and an ally. I have enough responsibilities for somebody my age that I don't really need to add to that. I mean, my thoughts were that Alexandra could offer some insight on who would be a good representation for the human. I'm a transplant of a month. Why would I mean, like, I have things to offer, knowledge and influence, but I've only been here for a month. It makes more sense for people who have longer histories with the town to be
Hey, I might be crazy, but who is Alexander?
Alexandra?
The
Rude.
barkeeper?
Okay, sorry. Yes.
Did you say the innkeeper?
The
The bar-
barkeeper.
Barkeep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Barkeep.
The tavern
Alexander.
wench.
The local tavern. So tavern.
Yeah.
I can't say words right now.
It is a tavern.
He
in
runs the tavern,
sorts.
you know. We all met in a tavern.
The
She
owner
owns
of the Red Veil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Alexander. My bad.
No, sorry, Alexandra.
hmm
It makes most sense for her and for her to recommend people who she might know knows, you know?
Does she have a lot of influence?
Oh, she owns the Red Veil and it's where the anarchs have been operating out of, so I'd say that's a fair amount of influence.
Well, maybe that's another person we should be speaking to.
It's on the list. She like points, she's got like a little notebook with a to-do list on it. As far as, so of course the three of you don't need to come with us if we do leave the country, but if you want to, I have some concerns that Michael might have some adverse side effects if something happens to unrelated rude people, right?
Who are we speaking of?
Yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen. It's obviously never happened to me before, so that'll be interesting. I guess maybe if that's the case, we should probably give Toby a heads up. I feel like he probably already knows. what
Well,
might
yes,
happen,
of course we would talk to Toby.
but
I would prefer you not be here if you're in a
if that's gonna happen, yeah, I don't think I
weakened
should be in a
state.
technical war zone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll essentially be mortal again for a while.
Oh, it's interesting.
With all of also the weaknesses of
Oh.
vampirism.
Well, it might be nice to revisit the old
How long is a
days.
while?
About
You-
20 years.
Years?
You're telling me for 20
I'm
years
just fucking making that
can-
up right now.
He rushes again?
Fucking with us all right now, and we don't know it because he's got such a good like stoic face. Meanwhile, like Amaranth's visibly freaking out.
If I am wrong, Charlie, stop me. But
Does that include aging then?
no, you will not age.
Oh, okay.
Just feel very bad for a couple
20
days.
years?
It's not
I
so long
mean,
in the grand scheme of
It's
things.
it's a blink
Yeah,
of an
you're a
eye.
vampire.
So that's not that long in the
It's not
grand
that
scheme
long.
of forever.
But
Is it really 20 years, Charlie?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, it is now.
Yeah.
Make our own
Thanks
candles.
for that, Vlad. I'm just kidding. Okay.
But I mean, it
It's
makes sense
a very
considering how
rough
long vampires live, you know.
that's
I had
fair
like
trade.
10 centuries. He had a
anyways.
rough century.
Sounds like it. So yeah, being in a war zone when you're not in a weakened state might be a bad thing for you. And so maybe we
Well,
should just wait for it all to blow over and then come back.
I guess it depends on how dedicated and committed you are to keeping the peace in Salem, and if you want to have, hands on the ground, or if you want to be more laissez-faire.
I mean,
It all depends really on how you want to represent yourself. And this is passing no judgments from myself. I have been a part of a few of these movements, but from afar. And there is no glory in the leader that runs. And no respect either. So if you want to talk to Alexandra and maybe make them the leader, that can be a front-facing person, and you more operate from behind because you can be more effective in that manner, then I certainly don't disagree with that. It's all about how you want to approach this and how you wish to be viewed by the people.
I mean, it makes the most sense for me not to take a front row. I mean, like I said, I'm new here. I have things to offer, but I'd rather offer them on the back end of things.
Okay.
I think it
think
might
that
be
might be good.
It might be good to just talk to Alexandra anyways, because we know that she has
Of course.
some idea of
Mhm.
the vampire society and the things
Yes.
that are going on. I would be curious to know exactly how in the loop she is and what information she might be privy to.
Or if she has a particular strong feeling towards any side, because she might agree with the regents that they should stay a secret society.
That'd be weird.
Well,
Since
if we're
That
going
would be
to-
really weird, but
She's literally got anarchs in the basement.
Interesting.
it could all
Maybe
be
she
a
doesn't
front.
know.
She might, or she does know, and it's
She
better to keep
does,
your enemies close and your enemies closer. I don't.
She
I
does
lost the tangent.
benefit after a certain fashion from maintaining the human
Secrecy.
business in town that knows about the existence of vampires. Like, she caters to a clientele in that way where she almost has exclusive monopoly over that group of people.
But business could
Mhm.
also go up too, because everyone's gonna want to go to the Red Veil.
That's
That's where the
true.
vampires hang out.
The single
Maybe,
mingling.
maybe.
The only
It's,
nightclub.
It could be
It is the
possible
only
that
nightclub
with
in
vampires
town.
becoming more public, other businesses might open their doors, and I mean, who's to say, but might open their doors to vampires and it might dilute her clientele. But I don't know that I would say that's necessarily the case, but it could be a potential
be.
motivator.
I
Well,
would say
mm.
that Alexandra is very progressive, considering, I mean, and this is definitely a judgment, but considering that she's disabled and like is an amazingly open and like, I don't know, I really like her.
Well, either
Nothing
way, if you want to make her a figurehead, then yeah, we'll be speaking to her,
Mhm.
and you should be the one to do it.
Is it? I think I recall that, and sorry to sort of go off in a different tangent here, but I think I recall Estella would not tell us how she had acquired the journal of Maria Hallett. Is that right? She wasn't keen on conveying that information.
I wonder if she inherited it. Like it's
I
an
was
heirloom.
wondering that as well. If she might be related to the Hallett sort of legacy.
It's possible. I have reason to believe that she's being completely honest with us. And when she says right place, right time, that she is not trying to conceal information maliciously so much as it's not important to us.
I'm
That's
just trying to think back on the interactions we've had with her thus far.
I mean,
And
it
I
seems
mean,
like Maria Hallett's a lot more of an important figure for her than she is for us as well.
yeah,
Yes.
that
'Cause-
seems to be. I'm just wondering, I guess, and perhaps this was sort of an accident and more so on our side, but she did manage to very quickly integrate herself amongst our company. So I wonder, and I don't want to, perhaps it seems personally motivated and I don't want to cast aspersions in that manner, but it is potentially concerning that she has been privy to some of our conversations. No?
That's not
Not super not super specific conversations.
No, and perhaps I'm worrying over nothing. I wouldn't want to cast aspersions without any proof. So
it's not unimportant to note. She did give me some information that we'll be investigating tomorrow.
Mhm.
And we'll see what comes of that.
interesting.
I mean,
It's a vampire trap.
she stands to gain a lot in this too. It
Trap
can't-
springs closed.
No, I mean, to be honest, nobody likes it when rude people come to their shop and try to bully them, even if he can't really do anything to her.
You're saying that we are the rude people.
No, Elton.
Us?
Elton.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking
Oh.
Elton.
I was like,
Jesus.
My bad.
There's
But
one
this is
rude
like
person,
rules.
two rude people,
we
and
have
that's
two
Moron
rules.
and Elton.
We
That's
still
my list of
don't
rude
know what
people.
Elton was doing there, do we?
Nosing around, I would assume.
He was bullying her.
Yeah,
Do
that would be
you-
my assumption. That's kind of what he does.
Just to get more information on Maria? Do you think he
No.
No.
He wants her to fall in line.
Yeah.
Mm,
What do you know about
interesting.
what specifically might be Elton's motivations, Michael?
Mm.
What does he know? he tries not to know much.
What do I know, Charlie?
Sorry, I
Yes,
think
Toby,
someone is
too.
lighting off fireworks.
Okay.
I can't
It's
hear
like-
them, so you're good.
So I
ominous.
just heard boom, 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 and I'm like, okay, what the fuck's
You're not
going on
kidding.
inside? Sorry, what was your question?
Why does
Mike,
why would
Elton's motivations.
for speaking with Estella?
Yeah. Because we know he's bullying her, but why would he?
What is he looking for? Is it Maria? Is it something
Do
else?
vampires just hate witches?
Is that something that Michael would know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He tries not to know. He tries really hard not to
This
know.
Vlad's
the problem with
asking
playing
anyway.
characters that kind of go out of their way to be kind of obtuse about it. Me
It's like
too.
you're
Really?
speaking from experience.
A lot of it would probably be just trying to drive her and other witches out of Salem,
Okay.
basically
Okay.
securing the territory.
He's trying to bully you into leaving, probably, so that way there's no witches.
Interesting.
Because
Do
he says, as we've learned on that ghost tour, vampires apparently don't like witches. Well, I guess we didn't learn that on the ghost tour. They wouldn't know that, but
I was gonna say
Very
that's an
informative.
interesting thing for them to talk about.
I think it was maybe brought up with
We figured it
Vlad and
out.
Estella
Yeah.
because that was really weird date.
Mikhail,
Well,
do you have an idea Elton's relationship with the other elders? Like, does Elton have a contentious relationship with the dean, or are they on good terms?
They're on good terms.
They're on good terms. They're on the same side.
Mm. Well,
Both.
but I guess I wonder.
Your
They're on the
fathers are
same
friends.
side, but
daddy friends.
That's very funny. Sorry.
The dads are friends, so the kids have to be friends too.
The dads are friends.
Go to the
Is
same
it
pool parties.
does Elton have his own, like, is he a regent or no? He's just an elder vampire. He doesn't have his own territory.
Is he a regent?
Yeah, looking at Michael and Vlad, like, I don't know.
Give us the deets, Charlie.
Not that
It's
Michael
Not
would
that
know.
you know of. Yeah, not that you know of.
As far as I know, he's not a regent. That might be something recently,
Vlad.
or
See you, Lee.
or maybe before. But I try not to get involved with him. You know, you get duped and tricked one time, and you just learn your lesson, and you don't do that
Absolutely.
again.
What happened, Michael?
Well, he said he was a doctor, and that was very impressive.
Oh, Michael.
And now you learn a lesson when a strange man tells you they're a doctor, like, hey, let's go make out in this alleyway. Maybe you don't go and do that.
Oh no.
Oh,
He convinced
my
you to
God.
play
Really,
Dr.
that-
Mikhail.
No,
No.
that's not. It was just impressive. Doctors
No,
are
no,
impressive.
no.
I guess over in Europe, they're not
Oh,
as
no.
impressive, but it's still
Oh,
kind of
God.
impressive.
Is it
Michael.
possible just because the
Wow,
dean
I was gonna ask
obviously
this in such a delicate manner, and it just got ruined.
Sorry.
is it because the dean
But-
has a sort of stronghold of power here? Is it possible that even though they are elder vampires that are on the same side, Elton may still be vying for that seat of power regardless? if he could oust the Dean and take over, even if he has to beat down the Anarch faction, if he could become the regent, he could take this territory for himself.
Yes.
What do I know about Elton?
Maybe.
Charlie, feed us the information.
Does he want to be a regent?
Do you know? I don't have a sense of him really.
What do I know about Elton, and what do I know about fucking Browndo?
The delicate socio-political motivations of this vampire society.
Browndo had a real name. Did I write it down?
Nathan.
It's Nathan.
Nathan.
That's
Nathan,
Sure.
real name
Or a
vampire.
previous
I did
name.
write that down. It was a previous
Mhm.
name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I also wrote down Blake Manbun.
Blake,
good.
Sorry,
Blake
Blake
Lively.
Manbun.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just,
let's start
this,
with one.
This note is just names.
Okay, so
What do I know about Elton?
I get to decide this right now.
Yes, you do.
Magic of improv.
And the questions I never expect you to ask.
How have you not expected this one?
I don't look.
Character sire,
Listen.
and you never thought we'd ask about
What?
it.
Slow down. Slow down.
Not to call you out, Charlie.
I didn't create Elton.
Maria,
You
what's
have
this
to
motivation?
now.
We'll get to the characters you created later, okay?
Sorry. Okay, let me just go off and write back 15-page backstories for all of my NPCs.
When
No, it's
Elton was
just-
5 years old.
Vlad knows very little about him, but
Elton is an interesting one. So it goes against the usual way of operating for regents. He's got a territory, but instead of constantly staying there to ensure power, there's definitely like a network of lackeys that he uses to maintain things so he can have a little bit more freedom. As far as his relationship with Mr. Browndo, there's relationships between all regents are kind of tenuous because they're built on a mutual understanding and respect of maintaining the status quo and maintaining a certain power structure. But also, if there's an opportunity to seize more power and expand your reach, you're most likely going to do it.
The territory that Elton controls, is it more in Europe? It's not in North America?
He doesn't have a territory. If he did,
his-
it probably would have been in Europe.
His network
Probably
isn't so
around
much.
England.
Mostly in England,
Yeah.
It's in England.
which is why
Oh, now I
Michael-
understand
which
why
is
we
why
don't wanna go back
Michael
to
avoids
London.
England.
Yeah.
he just showed up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Elton might be trying to take advantage of the situation.
power vacuum, like Tori said.
We should get rid of him too then.
Or we could talk to him.
Doesn't sound like fun at all.
Does 20 years of no power sound good,
Yes,
Michael?
in comparison
What
to
if-
talking to him, yes, absolutely.
What if,
Uh,
look, what if instead of killing him, we put him in a coffin, pour concrete on it, and then put it at the bottom of the ocean?
Then you just got a problem a couple hundred years later.
Right, but we
There's
can
a
put that
film-
problem off for a couple hundred years.
Problem
There's a
solved.
film that I saw
Mhm.
lately where there's a haunted board game sort of thing, and you throw it in the ocean, but inevitably it will return and it will come back and cause many, many more problems. So
That's
I
actually-
actually
That's actually a documentary.
it did seem it was a little quite biographical. It seemed.
Yeah, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're not careful, you'll get sucked into that game.
Jumanji, yes.
You should stay away from all of those games.
Yes.
Let me say that I don't think that these things are mutually exclusive. I think that we should talk to Elton to see what he knows. And then also maybe take care of him.
That sounds like a you three thing. Unless
I'll kill him.
Unless.
No cap.
Terrible.
Unless
Cut.
I was like, unless I can convince Bellamy to take him out on his way out of town.
You know, for a moment, I thought you were going to suggest you might seduce Elton. Sorry. That's,
How
I
would
don't
that help?
first of all, I don't know
I
if I'm
don't
his
think that
type.
would.
Second of all,
He already
no.
knows about Amarantha.
Third of all, absolutely not.
ooh.
Fourth of all, not
Absolutely
never
no.
gonna happen. Not happening.
Sorry. I
Fifth of all,
apologize.
see reasons 1 through 4.
It's been a strange evening. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess we could try to lure him in an alleyway and Tori could try to, stab him, but like that's just very risky. I'm just saying. And ideally, I'd like us to be already on the way out of the country when that's happening, so that Michael isn't in a war zone while he's not feeling the greatest.
Yes, that seems like a good idea to me.
It depends, I think, on the situation and how exactly we are leaving Salem. Because, I mean, we're certainly recent implants, but I wouldn't feel in good conscience leaving if this situation was just going to progress into like a total explosive powder keg,
Yes, that like I said before, it's all about how we want to present ourselves. Are we the leaders of this anarchy? Are we representatives of the people? Are we simply neutral actors who assist in our best interests?
I wouldn't say a neutral actor that assists in the best interest, but kind of like an investor.
Sure.
That's like MLM.
The same goddamn thing, but
Just thinking it in his head.
an investor is only thinking for themselves and cashes out before anything happens.
Necessarily. Not
Advanced
necessarily.
capitalists. It's always
so-
fucking advanced capitalists.
So maybe more like a philanthropist.
A philanthropist would not be a leader that is sticking
No,
around
they're
and
like
supporting their
the
people.
financier of a cause. They're not the ones doing the
Mm.
groundwork.
But like I said before, I think that we have a lot of information to learn before we make any new statements. And
But
I want to be clear that there's no judgment that's being passed on how we
no.
operate on these things. We have a lot of time to be thinking of in our future.
Some of us more than others, but yes.
It's not just the next couple of years. So.
Right. So yes, we have time. We need to gather more information. Also, do you all have papers to get out of the country?
I'm sure.
I have a passport.
There's always paper somewhere to get out of countries.
That's easy.
I have a really nice passport.
That's probably the easiest problem.
Eugene, Vlad, you have his passport.
Sure, why
That's
not?
like
I was gonna say, if you need papers, I need
He's
to know
held
now
on
so
to
that I
it.
can acquire those papers. We can take a private jet out.
that's one of the first things you kind of have to learn. If
Yeah,
you're gonna
so-
live forever, you got to either learn how to make your own papers or
Papers.
find somebody who can make papers.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just saying, if I need to, then we need to start that process in advance, but we can also take a private jet. But once we're there, we'll need, people ask questions. It's not a problem for me. I'm a citizen.
Bite 'em
These
ass.
are not the vampires you were looking for. No.
Oh, is that how that works?
I've been
Okay.
watching a lot of movies on
Not
television.
quite.
No.
we upgraded all of our
Television.
streaming services, so
A lot
Aurelio
of
can see
streaming.
everything. Not everything, but like a lot of
Michael
stuff.
taught him how to stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's broadening
You
my
can watch
horizons,
stuff.
I personally am not big on TV, but yeah.
Well, it's an interesting way to learn about the world, but I digress.
Never been on TV.
Yeah, there's a lot. Everything's a documentary, child.
No, I don't believe you, Vlad.
Everything's a documentary.
Say that. Nobody asked you.
There's a little show called Castlevania. No.
A cartoon documentary.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Just
I'm
to
more of a book
spice it up,
reader.
make it fun to watch.
Oh no, it's one of
Damn
the documentaries that Michael's been watching.
Very
Suddenly,
famous.
all of the
Oh,
suggested
no.
shows are true crime.
God
They
damn it.
sure, that's what they are.
Oh
All
my
right, well-
God.
It's not why he took a magnet to his hard drive and Amaranth went, why would you do that?
Doesn't even do anything anymore.
I know.
Gotta get rid of the evidence.
To delete your browser history, dude.
Delete computer.
Throws it in the garbage.
Leave computer.
Smash.
Leave computer.
Magnets.
Yeah.
I think-
Are we at all concerned because the lead we're following tomorrow, leaving the city and going to the cabin, that was given to us by Estella. Are we at all concerned about the lack of transparency and the sort of situations we might encounter at this cabin?
I
No.
might be misinterpreting this, but she has actually been quite transparent with us.
Yeah.
Ah.
She has showed us the journal despite hesitation.
Hmm,
She spoke with me privately
true.
and came to meet with us despite her preconceived notions about us.
Mhm.
She also met with me and Tori and was very upfront and willing to work with us. And it was a good meeting where
Mhm.
a lot of great information was shared and some ideas for the future were
Mhm.
brainstormed a little bit.
And
Is there a reason you're so suspicious of Estella, Aurelio?
I am just wondering about the diary of Maria Hallett, and if we are thinking that perhaps Estella might be a relative or a descendant or who can say, some relation of Hallett.
We're a hobby appreciationist.
Yes, perhaps she's
hobby.
just very keen on collecting aspects of Maria Hallett's life. There is also the ruby that was important to Samuel Bellamy. Am I remembering rightly that he wanted it back because it belonged to Hallett, or he had given it to her?
He was
or-
going
he
to give it
wanted
to
to
her.
give it to her. And Browndo is in possession of it right now. as
Yeah,
far as I
Nathan
know.
has it.
I just wonder if maybe there's also I'm just casting stones in the dark here, but if Estella was a relation of Maria Hallett, wanted to get her hands on the ruby, and maybe there is friction between her and Bellamy, or who can say?
I did not
Um,
get that impression.
But
No, I'm just hypothesizing. I don't know,
either
but-
way,
Mm.
going to this location tomorrow could teach us things. And if we do learn things that Estella does not know,
Mm.
that could be helpful.
Yes,
And-
that much is true. Yes, for sure.
If it's a trap, we'll know.
Yes,
Well, we'll learn very quickly.
certainly one way or another we will. Yes, and perhaps there's nothing. Maybe you're right that the best way forward is to investigate it on our own merits.
Is there something more like with Estella and like why I'm very confused because she's been
No,
nothing but
I'm-
nice, respectful, transparent.
No,
helpful.
and I certainly, I don't mean to cast aspersions. I'm just, perhaps certain things to me don't quite seem to add up. And certain details that maybe she has not been comfortable providing. I just, maybe I'm imagining things. It's entirely possible. I'm just kind of biased in some way. That may be possible, but I just maybe had a sort of hunch. I wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
We'll be careful either way.
And
I
yes,
don't
that's all.
Think
If you
that
just take
there's-
care.
Yeah, no, I don't think that there's any problems with her. I think that, I mean, she made it very she's pretty transparent about what her plans were to me and Tori, what
Inside check.
she was very upfront. I think that maybe some of the things that you're noticing, Aurelio, might have to do with the fact that, oh, sweetie,
We're vampires.
you're clearly an old vampire.
I don't think that's it, Vlad.
Yes, there might be a reason.
And she might have
Oh.
a little bit of she might be a little skittish around you because
Sure.
I mean, Vlad's old. I
We
figured
all
that
have a
out that he's
personal
old.
bias and maybe
I don't know
might
how
be
old
influenced by certain things and such and such.
Well, I can
That
tell
actually
how
makes-
old you are by how you dress, Aurelio. Like,
Yeah.
Vlad, I can tell that he's older, but I don't know how old. I can't tell if he's older than you or not older than you. But
Lots of people at the Ren Fair that were dressed much more bizarrely than.
That hasn't happened
That
yet.
hasn't happened yet.
Sorry, damn it. Seeing the streams, timey
Aurelio,
wimey.
I
Sorry.
love the way you dress, but
There was a convention on campus and people were dressed much more strangely at
That's
that.
people dress
that's
like
a
that
group.
every single day. Though.
I
that's
mean,
a-
I've seen them around camp. No.
No, that's a LARP group. They just dress up like that in the kitty costume.
Oh my god.
Just love hearing
Love
Michael
that.
say certain things.
That's a LARP group. I can't do. I
That's a
can't do it.
No
at all.
R's. Yeah.
It's not in my
LARP.
wheelhouse.
LARP.
LARP.
Yeah.
LARP.
Just don't say the
Duncan.
R. Yeah.
Yeah.
LARP.
Yeah, you got to drop your R's.
That's a LARP.
All the
group.
odds.
No
yeah.
Oz.
There's none. None.
We're gonna workshop that accent right here, right now.
Get banned from the whole state of Massachusetts.
I think that maybe if you're feeling something, Aurelio, it might be more that, I mean, she was skittish when we first met, right? I noticed that she was skittish with us.
Sure.
I guess
But
kind of
when
makes sense.
I talked to her, she was a little bit like less skittish when I told her we were worried about Salem, right? Like, I think that she's probably just nervous because she had just had an elder vampire come in and bully her, and then a bunch of other
Yes.
vampires and a couple
to
of
be
human
cautious.
girls talking. I think
The
that's
sense
it.
that I got from her was not that she was particularly nervous. Particularly
Particularly.
nervous. That's
Suspicious?
Yeah. Or
She's just guarded.
yeah.
Mm.
Which I guess now knowing what I know about vampires' involvement in the Salem witch trials, that it makes a
Mm.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's just my 2 cents on it. I think that you're right. We should stay vigilant, but at the same time,
We have
And I
to go
don't,
check it
I
out.
don't think
I don't
she's
mean to belabor her
particularly
point.
interested in any of us outside of
no, I don't think so.
in this context situation we seem to have all involved ourselves in. I don't think she cares much beyond that,
No,
like at all.
she has goals.
Sure.
And
About
that's
any
what
of
we
us.
care about.
Sure.
Align for goals.
Any of us who go to class in a 3-piece suit, or people
Sure.
who wear sweaters,
Any
or people who
Any
wear
individual
cravats.
fitting that description. Sure.
She
Or
might
people
like
who
those
don't
of us who wear
wear
nice
clothes.
skirts, though. I
Yeah,
don't
she
know.
might like nice skirts or no
Could be.
clothes. Those might be options, but specifically in the sweater, cravat, and 3-piece suit situations,
I don't think so.
I don't think she's that involved. And that
Purely
could
as a
also have to
hypothetical
do with,
example, of course.
and
Yeah,
that
as a
long
hypothetical
story
example.
history with
I don't think
witches
she
and
wants to be
vampires.
romantic with
Sure,
anybody who wears
sure.
3-piece suits.
Hypothetically.
Big
And also
bold
have
sweaters
fangs.
or cravats to school.
Yeah, I think it's
Sure,
mostly the
sure.
fang part, but
Yes, sure.
I
Yeah.
think that's very off-putting for her. But which I guess kind of makes sense, you know, the whole
It's hot to some people, though.
witch trials.
Very story. No, just she's been
Are you
gone for
back
so
yet?
long.
Or
Been here for like 5 minutes.
Just waiting.
Aurelio's like, I never wanted Tori.
Wow, where is the time going?
Where's that ghost?
Anyway, y'all had a good talk.
I think that is
Good.
an excellent spot to take a quick break.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
note.
Oh god.
So we can,
As we make Revik turn beet red.
Love it.
Oh no.
All right.
What he said
It's the lighting, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Aurelio.
We'll be right back.
I was told it was urgent. Come see me tonight. In the circle we're flirting and we dance for hours. She knew that she had me, but I didn't realize I'm sleeping with a vampire. Got lost in the city when we drove through the night. Stopped by in an alley and she kissed me while she knew that she had me, but I didn't see it now. I'm sleeping with a vampire. When morning is come, she's always gone. She will call me when she's run out of young blood. Of young blood, she hates to see me fall. That's why she leaves at sunrise. At sunrise, just when morning has come, she's always gone. Oh, I'm sleeping with a vampire. She knew I was waiting through months and pain. The one day she texted me at 12 a.m. I knew that she had me, and I started to see that I've been hooked up by a vampire. She said, I'm sorry, I left you behind. And I know it sounds funny that it was enough. Checked in at a hotel, and I already knew this time I'm sleeping with a vampire. When morning has come, she's always gone.
With the milk and the honey, but you could get to know. Thinking of all of the wine or the one that flows. Yeah, I pretend I'm not jealous, trying to keep my cool. Never resting my eyes, no, I'm watching you every move. I watch every move. Wanna be somebody too. I'm a bloody hunter. I give for all that I want, flattery and lobster. I'm really hungry. Heard a body of grief, you satisfy me. Trying to hide up envy, paradise low price gold. Gotta eat though, keep my morals in control. I could be you on a good day, but the surprise for dreams. I'm waiting tables, I'm not what I see. I watch every move. Wanna be somebody too. I'm a bloody hunter. I give for all that I want, flattery and lobster. I'm really hungry. Heard a body of grief, you satisfy me. I'm the needle in your haystack. I'm the problem. Weight on your back, and I got time for just one more girl. Oh, I'm the black sheep. Come and tease you like a sweet dream, just to please you. And I'm the ice cream, make your fingers stickier. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. I got bad blood running.
I found out that it was Vlad's birthday. You don't know how this bitch found out that this vampire's birthday is today. But she planned a whole fucking thing.
I feel like this is one of those things that like Amarantha brought up, like trying to be casual, and she's just like, hey, I found this thing that we should do. And then Vlad's like, oh yeah, are you guys free on this day? And then Amarantha's like, yes, this day is perfect. And then it just kind of all worked together.
Mhm.
Good.
Amazing polycohesion and planning.
Mhm.
Yes.
Our polycule works like a well-oiled machine.
Poly is the key word here.
Well-oiled machine. I don't know.
You just have like an assigned responsibility chart.
Mhm.
Everyone's like, this is what I'm good at.
Responsibility.
Really
if we
is
need
just as
somebody
knitting.
to lie to people, we talk to
Knitting.
Michael.
I'm so discreet. Inconspicuous as fuck.
We need
Very
somebody
discreet.
who can lie and
I'm
be
so discreet.
discreet. We talk to Michael. If we need
Michael's
somebody to
also
lead the
says,
neighborhood
does not look like a
watch,
Todd.
It's Aurelio.
He's so mad.
Michael's Tinder profile. I'm
Does
so
not.
discreet. It does not look like a Michael. Or it does not look like a Todd.
Does not look like a Todd. Yes.
Definitely not Todd.
Definitely not.
Why would you even say that?
I'm offended you would even
No,
suggest it.
Nobody suggested
Trying to give you an out,
it.
man.
but-
I-
Direct letter.
Oh my god.
So on this lovely, I don't know, Friday, Saturday night, whatever day you want it to be, you are brought into this large room. It's got several little countertops and stations set up. Each one has a stovetop and a sink and an oven. It's looks a lot like the tent from the Great British Bake Off.
Ooh.
That's a bad bake.
Okay. So, yeah, all of you turn around and like, where's Tori? And she's standing there with a droopy little Egon on her shoulder.
I've been here the whole time. No, just sorry.
She's definitely not gonna make the comment that Amarantha had just made more awkward for Aurelio when he was like, "Where's Tori?" No, definitely that actually is hot. To some people.
Hi.
Hi.
Egon's drunk. A little.
Excuse me.
Interesting.
How do you get a ghost jump?
Yeah.
I'd love to know the answer to that question.
It's nice here.
I'm so
So
glad you like it.
Yeah.
maybe the wards are having an effect on him.
That's like my guess.
Interesting.
It's worth knowing the farther in you go, the more anti-vampire wards there are.
Bitches.
Well, I'm sure glad that we didn't send you guys running through the woods with us.
That probably would have been a bad idea.
That would have been bad.
We wouldn't have made it far.
No, bad things would have happened. Yeah.
About half a mile through there, there's a clearing that's pretty heavily warded. Like at the center of it, Egon was just like really vibing. He was just like, it's really nice here. Good energy, which okay. But yeah, he's a little drunk now. No signs of clearing was used for like anything specific. Could be a meeting point, could be like just a really well-kept ritual area. But yeah, there's certainly something like with the energy there that had Egon feeling a little tired.
Maybe we should get him home and into his little box with his dirt and
It was nice.
get him a little blanket or something, you know.
Oh,
The
peace.
ghost hangover here.
I wonder if maybe they set up wards to calm ghosts. So not
Like-
necessarily keeping the ghosts away, but just calming them down so they don't interrupt rituals because maybe they want ghosts there or something. Or maybe they don't have a beef with ghosts, but they obviously don't want vampires there.
Like
I
maybe
feel like go ahead.
like the only really like distinctive wards for anti-vampire, but like I also didn't like know ghosts existed, so some of the wards might be for like doing that. I wouldn't know.
Interesting. Egon, when you say that it just feels good or a good feeling, like, do you mean, I guess, like, do you get the sense of being lulled into a false sense of security at all, or just good vibes?
No, it's really peaceful,
Peaceful.
really comfortable.
Interesting. Thank you. I appreciate your insight.
It's nice.
Go back to the flat, maybe?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there anything else we want to learn from the woods tonight?
No.
Do you like have something in mind?
No.
I mean, we could wander more, but it seems like this is, I mean, it's an assumption, but it seems likely this might be the people performing some kind of ritual in the forest. I don't know, but
Like, I think anything worth finding out here would be kind of difficult to find if it's like super heavily warded against vampires.
It
yeah.
also might be better suited if we had a guide.
Also,
Yes.
maybe we should just ask the witches what
Yes.
we want to
No,
know
Guide.
absolutely. yeah.
instead of snooping into their territory any further.
I'd
Yeah.
agree with that.
Of course.
Maybe just being more transparent with them can just build. I would like to build more trust and not try to.
Also,
I think we have been, though. I think we had asked about this specifically, so they
Yeah,
knew that
but-
we had an interest in it. So
and
Yeah,
asking
regularly,
permission
and
kind of
she-
says a lot about we're not just gonna traipse around through here too.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
already kind of did that.
Well,
Wow.
Tori, you did. The rest of us just kind of stood here and avoided mosquitoes, bug spray.
If they come after anyone, you're fucked.
I mean, they already, like you said that you've already like met, like you guys are out there naked vibing, whatever, like, and nobody really questions it.
Naked
for you. So
vibing,
like,
yes.
it's my favorite kind of vibe. actually.
Like,
But,
I don't know if they'd recognize me with my clothes on, but
somehow I feel like
Do
they
you
will, but you know, I don't know.
I
I
mean,
think you might be better received if you were not wearing any clothing. Sorry.
Oh, do you,
You're
Aurelia?
about to walk into it.
Oh, no. Oh
No,
no.
get him, Tori.
Now's your chance.
like, I'm
I
just
feel
saying
Some people might
the
receive you
phrase
better
"my
doing
eyes are
it.
up here" exists for a reason, and normally I don't particularly care about that reason because I have great tits, but
Yes, it's
it's not like conducive to people recognizing what your face looks like because they only know what your boobs look like.
Sure. Yep, sure. Makes a lot of sense. Sure.
Oh, God.
really was like, please, this awkward ass night needs to end.
Aria's definitely doing this on purpose. Just
Yeah, I know.
There is the word that will erase memories of the last 12 hours. Point me in that note.
like, sorry,
Points me in that direction.
I forgot about what it looked like. That was part of the word.
Ah, shoot, darn.
Damn.
That's,
I guess you'll have to just
Snobby.
Really a
face.
lie.
Yeah, I guess you'll just have to face remembering all these conversations, Aurelio.
yeah.
Yay.
Why did the flat?
Like, wouldn't it be more awkward if you forgot you had the conversation, but everybody else remembered?
No, he's
Yes.
really into denial. That's like one of his favorite
Yeah,
things.
it
You're not
would be so much easier to deflect,
Avoidance.
but
You could like try what Michael does with computers and put a magnet near your head for a while.
sure. Mikhail, when we get back to the flat, maybe we'll use the magnets and just.
Meep.
Yeah. Tori or Everett is just like herding everybody towards the flat now. Like,
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Estella knows how magnets work? Because it's basically witchcraft, right? We could probably ask her and she would know.
Interesting.
Like,
no,
let's go
actually,
with that.
it's the electromagnetic fields.
It's the earth.
No, it's
itself.
No, yeah. Well, yes, Vlad. There's electromagnetic fields in the earth.
You can
yes.
like use magnets in magic, but like
I'm
you
gonna
can
ask her
also
next time we
use
see her.
something really random like not in doing magic. It just depends what you're doing. If I need
I
to
mean,
curse
she-
Oh, I
somebody,
love you, Michael. Let's go. Let's go.
depending on if
So-
you want to curse somebody or not, you can use all sorts of random stuff. Anyways,
So we are meeting in the morning to go north to the cabins.
You're driving, right?
Yes, I can drive us if we need to.
road trip.
It's not
Road
quite
trip.
walkable.
Road trip.
Yeah.
As walkable as Salem is.
Well, this
This
is
is
north of
outside
Salem.
of
This is
Salem.
outside of Salem, so you know. Because, like I
So-
said, Tori and I could take the Ducati, but that's two, if it's two people.
It's a little noticeable.
I can pick you up here, or you can meet at my flat.
Whatever you want.
Okay, I'll pick you up here.
Great.
That seems like it's not sufficient.
It does.
Sure.
Really, do you want us all going into your house and then looking at your stuff? And
It's the
I will
garage. You don't have to
touch-
go into
oh,
my house.
Okay, but we'll want to. This is the point. It will distract us.
Yes, I'll pick you up in the morning.
Sure.
He's like, you do not get to know where my apartment is.
I need to assess how insane this girl
It's
is.
my
before-
safe space.
It's fine.
Very. In a fun way.
It's not like the attic. Tori.
No, not at all.
Tori owns her crazy.
It's fair. It's better if you own your crazy. Anyway,
Renting it would be a challenge.
I'm gonna go to bed.
That,
Michael,
seems like a
Tori,
good
do you
idea.
want to like start
Nice.
hurting them?
Yeah. Good night.
Leaving Aurelio and Vlad in the living room.
What are we doing? Are we just whatever? I'll go to my room.
My room if you need to. Just get out of the living room.
Unless you remove him, Egon is still droopy on your shoulder.
Fine with
Tori.
me.
Come on.
Cute. And a good evening. Turns around.
Oh. Good night, Aurelio.
A good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. All right, he'll go home to the flat. Brooding
Aw,
for an
poor
hour. I'm rolling for
poor
it.
Vlad.
Okay.
Amaranth's
Michael's gonna
misbehave
brood.
with Tori. They're gonna misbehave together.
And I misbehave.
How are you gonna misbehave?
Attic time.
Okay.
With naughty sex, Charlie.
With platonic friendship. That's how they're
She
gonna
was
misbehave.
find out.
Next week.
Cancelled.
Next week is Torantha fanfic.
We can't post that on
We-
Twitch.
That's our only
Guys,
thing.
that's so funny.
Whoa. I didn't say
It's our
Twitch.
coffee.
It's on the coffee.
It's
Yeah.
Dunkin' exclusive content.
Dunkin'
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dunkin' exclusive. That's right. That's what we're calling it now. I
Dunkin'
forgot.
exclusive
God damn
content.
it. God damn it.
Add us, Dunkin' Donuts.
Only
What
at
are you gonna
Dunkin'.
do?
A cease and desist letter from Dunkin'.
Oh my god.
Ban, a lifetime ban from Dunkin's, all Dunkin's across the nation.
Cease and desist from Duncan, from Salem, from let's keep going.
Salem, please.
We're gonna have to get like a hall of cease and desist letters.
Yeah.
Please, Salem.
We'll behave.
Good.
We won't bring our riding crabs. We promise.
We just want to come promote your super walkable town.
It's
So
walkable.
walkable.
It really
It's so
is.
walkable.
So walkable.
So walkable. I'm really building up an image of Salem that
Everything's
It
just
can
on
never
one
live
street.
up to, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, is any Salem without Egon one that can live up to it?
Maybe Egon is there.
We gotta go ghost hunting. We gotta find
gotta
Egon.
go.
Ghost
gotta go.
hunting, ghost hunting.
The real Salem has a really good pizza place though.
Oh.
I Googled it last time. It's still there from when I was there
Yeah, I
5 years
remember.
ago.
Ooh, fun.
Okay.
So Aurelio
Okay.
seriously just left him hanging in the living room.
Yeah, do you just ditch me in the living room? Okay, we're standing in the living room. I'm holding you this to this.
I turn around and then I kind of start making to walk away.
I'm cold.
Aurelio.
Yes.
There was a lot said tonight. And
Yeah.
I know that a lot of it probably was uncomfortable for you.
I mean, sure. I wouldn't want to impose or to make things feel awkward or uncomfortable. It's just, it's difficult sometimes.
It's difficult for you.
Well, just because we've known each other for so long and maybe certain things, sometimes if Amaranthus says certain things, it maybe has a way of kind of opening old wounds a little bit.
Have you talked to them about how long we've known each other?
Not in so many words. I think I've alluded to the fact that we've known each other a long time, but I haven't been more specific than that.
You've never really dealt in specifics, have you?
No, I would not say that that's one of my strong suits, I don't think. Sometimes it's easier to sort of dance around the thing that you mean to say rather than saying it outright.
Mm-hmm. And you'd like to keep dancing around this?
I mean, I guess it feels like there's a lot of uncertainty right now. I don't know how comfortable you feel addressing certain things with every. I mean, we don't know what will happen in Salem. We don't know where this is going. So I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot sort of happening all the time right now.
Well, I don't want to overwhelm you.
Yes,
But
no, for sure.
I think that if there are things that need to be said, it is better to say them before things get so dire.
You may be right. I guess I just perhaps don't want to promise something that I can't deliver on.
Okay. I think I can understand that, Aurelio.
Yes, but I hope it doesn't make things feel awkward. I mean, you know, I valued your confidence for 100 years or so. It all feels somewhat difficult to keep track of after everything.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. You know, you don't have to make excuses for me, Aurelio.
No, I mean, no, I appreciate that. I know. I just don't. I know sometimes that I'm perhaps not everyone's particular cup of tea. So I just, you know, I wouldn't want to impose or I don't mean to make excuses for you, but maybe trying to make excuses for myself a little more so.
Yes, well, I think that's what I mean, you know. 100 years is a long time, Aurelian. And you found a different place and you had your reasons, and that was always good enough for me. And you don't have to try and figure out something to say to me now. I was awfully selfish with you.
I wouldn't say that. I think maybe after a certain point, maybe had to spend time figuring out who I was instead of trying to be the person that could live up to the person that I thought could live up to what I thought you wanted, maybe.
Oh. That's very interesting. I don't think I really imposed any sort of expectations upon you.
No, I'm sure you didn't. I think there was a long time that I really wasn't sure that certain feelings are maybe one-sided, or if they were reciprocated, or if I was enough to be worthy of those feelings. Do you know?
Things are definitely making a lot more sense now.
Yes. So, and I'm sorry if it's. I know that perhaps some of this, more than some of this, maybe all of this is things that kind of existed inside my own head. But I think for a long time I thought that it wasn't enough, that just being the person that I am was not enough. And it's not anything that you did or said, it's just like when you really don't think that you're enough, really.
And you still feel this way?
I mean, I think I'm trying to be the sort of person that would be enough. So maybe there is a part of me that hasn't quite managed to let go of that, but it's hard to say. I don't want to make it awkward or prevent you from pursuing other opportunities or the things that make you happy. Just because you're waiting for something.
Really, and I've been waiting for you.
All this time?
All this time.
I am truly sorry that I left. I think I just had a moment, or more than a moment, but for a long period of time, I just did not think that I was good enough for that anything could come of it, because it wasn't enough.
I'm not sure, but I can do my best to comfort you in knowing that you are enough for me.
I am going to blush. No, that's ceramic, but thank you. And I will try to be more open or less caught up in ideas about what I think you want or what I think you ideas that I cannot live up to.
Yes, I think that would be helpful. I know that I have been maybe a little bit grandiose and oppressive in the past. And if the past few days has taught me anything, it's that I am still very selfish.
I think there isn't anything inherently wrong with being selfish, as long as, you understand that it's maybe not always, you're allowed to want things for yourself, just.
Oh yes, it's something for me. But It's a modern world, and you seem to be very close to some other people. And I will do my best to be less greedy.
I think that's, and I don't quite know. It's become maybe a complicated situation in the flats, but I think for me, for a long time, you were the first person that I had felt that way about, or I just don't want you to feel that like there are other people when really it was you.
I don't, at this point, Vlad just kisses him.
Aurelio
There's
kisses him
no
back.
other response. There's nothing you can say to that. Oh.
Good.
And yeah, Vlad will kind of sit back. He's like, do you want to stay here tonight?
There's something that I want to take care of, but maybe tomorrow?
Of course.
Thank you. And I appreciate, it means more than I can say that you waited.
And I'll keep waiting.
Just Aurelio just like puts a hand around his shoulder and like around his neck a little, but not for so long this time. Just tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And straightens his collar a bit.
All right, Vlad will go back home.
Screaming. Cool.
Perfect.
Great scene.
That was
It
amazing.
happened!
2 kisses, 1 night.
Screaming.
Poor Michael.
Michael.
With this vampire hearing. You heard the whole conversation.
I'm so sorry, Michael.
Oh no! You can come to the attic if you want.
There are other noises over here.
I've perished.
Tori and Amaranth. I just imagine Tori and Amaranth are going up to the attic, but Egon is still a blob, so Tori has to be like, leave you
Leaves him
there.
on the stairs.
Sorry.
Egon, why don't you
Egon
just
like
stick-
rolls into
Like-
Michael's room and like curls up next to
Poor Michael.
Just holding
Oh
and
my
patting
God.
this ghost.
Well, it's just
Hey,
you and
Vlad
me,
was
buddy.
very clear that he's open to the idea
Of adopting a ghost, leaving Michael alone in his room.
modern relationships.
Oh my God. Well,
It's gonna be difficult to make you blush now, Remick. I'm gonna have
Oh
to.
Yeah,
my
we
God.
we up Annie all the way. Well, like I'm just like,
Oh, my
let's turn it
cheeks
all
hurt.
the way
Ready,
fucking
girl.
up.
me too. My face hurts. I feel hot.
I'm
It's really
sweating.
hot in this room. It's
So
really
hot
hot.
in this
Oh
room.
God.
so warm in here.
Oh, I'm
Jeez.
sorry.
Goosebumps.
Aw.
Good.
All right.
If I haven't stolen the spotlight too much for the last few minutes,
Right.
I don't know if we want to save this, but I did want to brood. I do want to
Brooding.
yes, brooding. Well, okay. Brooding, hopeful brooding? Question mark? Unclear. Don't know how that
Brooding
works.
is about expressing your
Optimistic brooding?
emotions.
Optimistic
It can
brooding.
be sadness or anger.
Optimistic.
Michael will be
Rooting that he's
brooding
Or
for
working
sure.
hard.
Michael's fighting. I'm
Michael's,
so
like,
sorry,
lonely
Michael.
brooding.
I feel bad.
He's got Egon. He's got a friend.
He's got a buddy.
And a drunk
But I
ghost.
would like to
Yeah.
watch over remnants of your
points.
old life.
Oh.
If I could, not that old life, but if I could, just at like 7 a.m. or whenever the shops open, take a quick peek at some of these like tourist fake faux witch shops.
Sure.
Metaphysical shops.
They're crystal shops and new age, and
Mhm.
I just like to go pop in really quick and see if I can, I don't know, just take a look at the people working there, like any familiar jaw lines or hair or bone structure. I'm really
Or really, they
Not-
can cut their hair.
but the texture and color and then
They can color their hair.
You get in there and with the early hour, it's not heavily staffed yet. So there's like one person who's really opening the shop. It doesn't really have any familiar features though.
no. Can I go up and just kind of ask, hello, sorry to disturb you so early in the morning. I just kind of wanted to drop in, peruse your wares. Is it, can I check to see if they have a name tag? Make me an NPC, Charlie.
Insight check.
Make me an
Perception.
NPC. On a scale from 1 to Romanian names.
I'm trying to. Would this shop do name
Aurelio.
tags?
Aurelian.
Voltaire.
My
That's
energy
fair.
is wild right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
bet.
Sure, we'll say they have a name tag, and their name is Lance.
Oh, Lance. That's an unusual name. Is it the family name? Is that a weird thing to ask me?
Is there something I can help you with?
Yes. Sorry. It's early morning. Haven't had the caffeine yet. I'm
I'd argue you've had
particular-
too much, but okay.
Maybe it could be.
You seem awfully awake.
Just pulled an all-nighter. A lot happened yesterday. I'm particularly interested in like Romanian traditional folklore, any legends or mythology of that area. I don't know if you would have any texts or anything pertaining to that time period.
This is a tourist shop in Salem, Massachusetts. So
Sure.
no.
No, I'm sorry. It's a very specific sort of thing, I suppose. You wouldn't know any other shop that might have something more like that, or I don't. If there is even a person I could speak to, if you know someone who would have an expertise in that area, or if you know anyone from Romania, or
Maybe bookstore or the library, maybe the college, the community college. There's some history professors there.
oh, sure. It's you're not yourself from Romania or that area, then.
No. Born and raised Salem, Massachusetts.
Sure, no worries. I thought that someone I might know might have been working here some time ago. So my mistake. My sincere apologies.
Yeah. No worries, man. Is that all you needed?
Buddies.
Yes, no,
Yes, no.
yes, no, mixed signals. No, that is everything. do you have anything that might make a good souvenir from the shop?
Sure. We have some little herb kits. Lots of crystals if you like crystals for various purposes, all the different energies.
Sure. Is there anything for like protection or new ventures or something of that sort?
Do you want both those options or leaning towards one or the other?
Sure. Why not both? I mean, sure.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Come right over here. This one, he picks up a soft blue, like a baby sky blue. This is good for like charting up, good for renewal, sort of a refreshing aura and atmosphere if you're looking for a new start or just to clear out any sort of lingering bad energies in your life. And this one over here and picks up a white crystal. This can help bring good luck and protection, good energy into your life.
Sure. Those both sound perfect. I'll take both of them.
Yeah. I'll get you rung up.
Give me those rocks.
Give me those clickety clacks.
Those click clackies. Those click clackety boys.
Clackety and roll for a tacky.
And he can get you rung up, package up the crystals into a nice little paper bag, and you can pay and be on your way.
Perfect. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry. My apologies for putting you on the spot.
Yeah. It's all good, dude.
I would say don't mention it,
Exit.
but you really should. Exit.
I'll cross shop number 1 off the list.
While he's doing that,
Yeah.
Amarantha's gonna approach Michael and ask if he would like some real blood today.
Do you need the strong stuff?
No, I'm good.
Give it to me
Why?
straight.
Do you want some bread? After Vlad had left and Aurelio had gone to bed, Michael had taken Egon and showed him how to make brown bread, which is this really dense bread in a can. Because like his mom used to make. He's like, I don't got anybody to share this with right now, Egon, and I really gotta bake something. So he's going to practice his archaic art of sadly baking.
Oh no.
Gonna roll for some nice. I got 2 points out of that.
Egon
I'll
is
have some bread, Michael.
Egon is just like a lump of ghost on the counter.
Is he still drunk?
Vibing.
Yeah, just vibing.
Smells good.
It's made with like 2 different kinds of flours. It's hella dense. He didn't do raisins. He did cranberries because he doesn't like raisins.
Totally fine. She'll like put some butter and some like cream cheese on it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of butter, so I don't know if you're gonna want
then
to
just
add
cream
more
cheese.
butter.
Yeah.
But I made some bread. Everything's fine. Why are
Yeah.
you asking?
Because I've never seen you bake before, Michael.
Oh, well, Vlad mentioned that maybe the Jello monstrosities are getting a little weird. So I figured I'd practice other old recipes that
Oh, cool.
my ma used to make.
Have you
His
seen
energy is
breaking.
completely different from the field.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Egon. That's really important. How are you doing though? Like, really though? Like,
I miss the
Egon.
field.
no, not Egon. You.
Oh, we can
Michael.
go back to the cemetery today, Egon.
Not that one.
Well, not the bad cemetery. Oh, the woods. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to go back there eventually anyway.
Maybe you could go with Tori to the woods, Egon?
Tori goes there a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
You can go with Tori, maybe. Ask her first.
Egon and Tori.
I'm not just gonna like volunteer Tori
Buddy
to take
cop.
you to the woods, but she goes there a lot, and I give her privacy because that's important to her. And also, yeah. I don't want to know who she's cursing, to be honest.
Or blessing.
I'm totally
Who's to
honest.
say?
I don't want to know who she's shoving in lockers or cursing. Like, it's just better
No.
if I don't know these things for everybody. Anyways, Michael, I was actually asking you, how are you really?
I'm good. Why?
Because you're okay. You're just baking to bake. Okay.
Yeah. Just baking to bake.
Okay.
No other reason.
Feels like there might be another reason, Michael.
He's gonna eat some. Oops. He's just gonna eat some bread. Just stare.
If you'd
Stare
like to continue
vacantly
to
off
deflect,
into
you
the
can do
distance.
that, Michael.
Chewing on bread, just staring. It's fine.
It's
great.
off into space.
Everything's great.
Michael, I've never
Bread to
seen you
bake.
eat bread before.
I like this bread. It's
Mhm.
good bread.
You sure you don't have some anxiety or
Nope.
Mm.
I'm a
He's
little
not
nervous
sure.
about going to
Nope.
the cabin,
Yeah.
but and how we're gonna deal with the whole.
are you nervous about Elton?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
a
fair.
little bit.
That's it. That's
That the
That's-
whole.
That's a good one to deflect, Miss Amaranta.
The whole
Great deflection.
no powers but all of the weaknesses for 20 years. That's I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not a long time, but kind
On
of
the
sucks
bright
for a little
side,
bit.
he won't be meddling in your life ever again.
That's also true.
And he'll never lure you into an alley to make out with you and then completely screw you over again.
Right, exactly. And I'm never gonna fall for that again. Fool me once.
Oh no.
You're like the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Thank you.
All right. Are you sure there's nothing else you want to talk about? Damn you, Jenna, I'm chewing.
Yeah, I'm
He's chewing
sure.
on bread.
Delicious
All
bread.
right. I'll let it go this time, Michael.
Do you want some more bread? I'm kidding. Don't eat more than one of these. They're pretty dense and filling. Or you're
You'll
just
get
gonna
a
start
stomach
eating a
ache.
second slice.
Have you ever made croissants before, Michael?
French food. You want to talk
Yeah.
about dense.
Pastry's kind of
I'm
finicky, but
French.
I
That's
could
really
probably
fun.
make a croissant.
Ah.
How do you say the croissant without the art? Croissant.
Croissant.
Awesome.
Croissant.
Croissant. See, the key to French, I've talked about this before.
Croissant.
You just let your tongue sit at the bottom of your mouth. And you don't enunciate anything.
And
Croissant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Croissant.
And the less vowels you actually pronounce, the better. Just like
Mhm.
throw some
They
consonants.
just throw them in there to trick you. Don't fall for the
Just
French
do it.
ways.
You ever tricked people, like how I tricked having a conversation with
Spend some time in Belle Paris. So
Hey.
All right. All right, Michael. You need some alone time. Is that what this is?
Maybe.
Well, I had something I wanted to do, but now it feels inappropriate.
oh no.
Someone is
Like,
depressed.
Can't kick him when he's down. Don't do it.
Don't fucking do it. Be nice to
Oh,
Michael.
Michael. I adore him. It's not about Michael. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you done talking to Michael then? Okay. I didn't want to interrupt. I was just making a joke and then it got out of hand as things
And then
do.
there was an awkward silence, and we don't know how to go from there.
There's a lot of awkward silences tonight, I'm saying.
My face actually hurts.
There's been a lot of emotions
It's
and
a
one
lot.
very drunk ghost.
He's drunk on all
Poor
our
Egon.
emotions.
Okay. So Vlad goes back to the studio. He does brooding, and when he wakes up, he has another errand he needs to do. But it's at his house. He's gonna make a phone call
Okay.
to somebody who's close by. Yep, Reen. Someone
Yeah.
pick up, Charlie.
Yes. So sorry, this stupid fucking meme just played in my head. Sorry.
Rain, Charlie. Focus.
Sorry.
Hello.
So what none of you see, but what the audience sees is a smartphone lighting up with Vladimir's name on it and a very finely manicured hand picking it up and answering it. And you hear, Vladimir, well, it's certainly been a while. What is the occasion?
Isla, I know that you are not super close by, but I felt the need to check in on you and see if you are aware of the situation that's happening in Salem.
I've heard of some of the talk that's been going on. The elders are certainly in a bit of a fuss over it. Not surprising.
And have you spoken to any of them personally about this?
I've not. I've been in contact with a few other members of the order, but the elders aren't someone that I would want to confront directly.
I imagine not, and I advise you to continue doing so. Unfortunately, these are not just rumors, and it seems like the situation here is going to bubble over a lot quicker than I thought. I thought that I should warn you. And as always, my best advice is to not get involved and get yourself to a safe place if you are able.
Do you think the damage will be enough to reach down to Boston?
I'm not sure right now, but me calling you is enough to say that I'm worried.
I see. Well, do you have a rough timeline of when things are going to get bad?
About 3 weeks.
Not ideal, but better than it could be. I'll see what I can do about getting my affairs in order and take a little vacation. I think my office in Glasgow could use a bit of attention.
No, surely miss your company. Is there
Miss
anything
it.
I can do to
You
help
haven't been around to visit.
Not recently, no.
Someone keeping you busy?
Yes, there is a bit of a complication, and my usual methods are not going to be applicable here.
Regardless, stay safe, I suppose. It wouldn't do to have you get caught and potentially lose someone who has a bit of reach.
Yes. Well, Hurlian has got himself involved.
Ah. I see.
So I will not be leaving anytime soon.
You are free to do as you wish. You have no master. But I would appreciate if you could keep me updated on the situation.
Of course.
I certainly won't hesitate to get out, but who knows how the elders might retaliate.
Is there anything I could do for you while you're still in town?
I'll have a better idea in maybe a week or two. If I can get my affairs in order, then it should be taken care of, but if not, an outside hand might be useful.
Well, you'll let me know.
Certainly.
And as far as the elders go, who is it that you have been in contact with? We are trying to pull together some strings and any information you might have.
I've had a few words with Soya, but he's not been able to provide too much of an insight as to what is being planned, other than there's a lot of fuss.
Yes, he was a lot more about bluster, isn't he?
Yes. Prefers action rather than all the complicated thinking and planning. But when he can get the job done, he can get the job done.
Right. Well, why don't I give you another call in a week? And we'll see where you are at, and I'll give you any information I might have as well.
I would appreciate it.
It's always good to talk to you.
So-called more.
We'll see.
Always the same with you. Look, if you don't die, come pay a visit to Scotland.
I will.
And feel free to bring that fellow of yours.
Will do. Okay.
If there's nothing else, she will end the call.
And Vlad will get his car and drive over to the flat.
At some point before things get going, Tori was going to check in on Egon to make sure he's still vibing, I guess.
Vibing.
It feels like he's still alive, but he's not. So
Still corporeal.
He's still functioning, sort of.
Do you check on him during the night or in the morning?
In the morning. Tori is otherwise occupied in the night.
Fair. Yeah, in the morning he is looking much more normal, much more himself, more pulled together. Still kind of like a little sluggish, but more of his usual blobby form rather than a pancake.
He's regained some structure.
Yes.
But I'm just picturing him like like in the bottom of a wine glass or something, just taking the shape of a container.
Like a cat. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
cooking.
Cats
Ghosts
are
are
liquid.
liquid.
Ghosts are liquid.
Ghosts are liquid.
Ghosts and cats are liquid.
They are
Yes, they
smoke.
True story.
I mean, they're just. I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the graveyard dirt. It's one of those bigger wine glasses, and the graveyard dirt got put in the wine glass, and he's just like snuggled down, chilling in the dirt.
Mhm.
I love
Sounds
it.
right.
Tori puts a little parasol on the edge of the glass.
Is it one of those like
Like
cocktail
a
umbrellas?
cocktail umbrella. Yeah.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Cute.
It's really aesthetic.
Oh.
So cute.
Also just makes breakfast for her and Amarantha if Amarantha wants any.
Mhm.
I made bread.
Oh,
It's like
Yes.
that.
It's actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's dense bread.
fair. Tori tries the bread.
Yeah, it's not like a Jello monstrosity. I'm so happy for you that you found a new arcade card.
A new thing to cook that's not Jello.
Is the bread edible? I asked above table.
Why bread? I thought Jello was more your thing.
Just branching out. Vlad suggested maybe making things that are edible instead of weird.
I mean, technically the Jello's edible.
Technically, yes.
And like, even when it isn't, it's good for like throwing at people.
I don't know if anybody wants to eat Jello with eggs in it.
That's why it's fun to throw at them.
I can keep making weird Jello sculptures for you to throw at people. It's
think
not like
they're
the Jello's going anywhere.
That's true love.
A drawer full of Jello.
Symbiotic relationship. He makes the bread and Tori weaponizes it.
Shoves all the Jello mix boxes into her drawer and shuts it.
It's a full drawer.
The box is falling out. Fuck no, back in. Go. More boxes
God.
fall out.
Thank you for the bread.
You're welcome.
And Tori goes about making breakfast and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you can, unless there's anything else, you can have breakfast and eventually the eggs, lots of eggs and bread.
Of course, yeah.
So many.
Eventually Vlad comes around with the car.
Mhm. He's
Um,
got a Bentley Flying Spur. It's a 4-door.
Wow.
This means nothing to me.
2017.
He's like, ooh.
It is luxurious and huge. It's a very big car.
She likes cars.
I am fully looking this up at the moment.
She likes very big cars.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Bentley. Yeah, Bentleys usually do 2 doors, but the Flying Spur is like the luxury model. It's got the 4 seats and everything.
Okay.
Amarantha's swooning over the car until he gets in and she.
Yeah, so he drives up and I can't resist. he drives up and he's getting out of the car. He's got a bouquet of red tulips. For the house, of course.
Oh,
yep, for sure. Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Your living space.
Mhm.
Tori's like single eyebrow raise. Okay.
Seems in a really good mood compared to the last few days.
Let me
Yep.
like find a vase for that, I guess.
Sure.
Do you hand him to Tori?
I think Egon might be living in
Whoever
our
opens
course.
the door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tori is in the kitchen, which I imagine is right next to the
It
door.
just
Like
That tracks.
Tori's like 3 question marks kind of floating above her head. Huh? Flowers?
yeah.
Or looks behind her. Someone specific? You want to just
Oh,
come
I
in?
just thought they were nice. Yeah, he walks in.
That seems like a totally normal, random thing to do for somebody of your personality.
Mm.
Closes the door behind him. Michael's still brooding in the kitchen at this point.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe not like probably is not doing his stare off into the distance anymore.
Yeah, because Amarantha stopped asking him questions that he doesn't want to answer.
Yeah.
She
Oh my God.
pours some orange juice and then some of the blood into them and then hands it to him.
Sipping his breakfast.
And then she starts packing a cooler again. 'Cause
Yeah, road trip.
Tori drags over a chair, or steps over something, and goes and fishes a vase out from where they're probably stashed on top of the cabinets.
Just the very top shelf.
Like
we don't
we don't always use flowers around here. Like nobody remembers to water them, and then they just die. And like that's an aesthetic, but it's like not always the one you want. Anyways, this one should work.
I'll keep them alive.
Blows the dust out of it.
Like I do everything else.
Oh, Aurelio kind of comes down and pokes his head in the kitchen. Just, oh, you're here already.
Already.
And Aurelio is blushing again, and he's like, "Oh."
He put on rouge this morning.
Just skip all the middle steps.
Yeah. Just cut out the middle.
Yeah.
The flower, they're beautiful.
What color are they?
They're red. I thought it would match the themes that you have going on already.
Wait, so
Yes. No, they do.
Is everybody in the kitchen right now?
This is the only room we have in the house.
There's no other rooms.
Kitchen and the attic. It's a really weird house.
In the basement.
A kitchen, an attic, and Amarantha's bedroom. That's all in there.
And the basement
bathroom.
occupied by Furbies.
Don't talk about the basement.
Don't.
Basement, except for
Too
in the
much.
laundry room,
It's been
because
sealed off.
she's
Yeah.
everywhere.
And we sealed the evil in the basement.
It's the territory of the elder
Just
Furbies
with the
now.
brandy
Yeah.
pipe, basement there.
The elders we've been talking about were the Furbies all along.
Elder Hermes.
So yeah, Amarantha's she's ready, and she's like packing a cooler for Michael and for Aurelio, and she doesn't even offer blood. That wouldn't
You
be
might be a little
far.
far from your mic. It's a little
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
kinda-
hear you.
Yeah, she's just
Ah,
packing
yes,
a
yes.
cooler for
Much better.
Aurelio and Michael, because she doesn't even offer blood anymore. She
I
offers
appreciate
the
that.
food.
That's very respectful, actually.
Right, well,
Yeah, she knows.
Very well
She
last
remembers.
time, and then I was very confused, and then she just let it go because she's like, "I'm not his mother. I'm not."
He'll figure it out.
Yep, sure. Mhm.
If he's hungry, he'll eat. I don't know. That's not my business. I don't care. So she'll just offer him some food though, like to make him a plate.
There's bread and eggs.
Tori makes really good eggs.
Salt, little
I
pepper,
made bread.
red pepper,
Bread is pretty
parsley, some oregano.
That
There's also
sounds
bread.
good.
The bread's pretty good.
Got cranberries in it.
You baked it?
Yeah, that's my attempt at branching out.
Oh, well,
Nice, Vlad. Isn't that
it
sweet?
looks nice.
It looks very good. It looks delicious, Mikhail.
Do you want some?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
bread.
Well,
Yeah,
is every-
I'll try.
If everyone's eating breakfast, yeah, you can sit down.
To be well rested
Nice for
and
everybody.
full of energy and ready to embrace the day. Yes.
Just get the little small slice, a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah.
butter on it.
Little nibble morsel.
She makes very small plates for the vampires.
Tapas for
Yes.
A little tacos, yeah.
Is this something you also learned when you were young?
Yeah. Old family recipe.
You learned cooking from your mother, right?
Yeah, she was a housewife, I guess would be the applicable term now. Homemaker. Along those lines.
It's always good to learn how to cook.
You were very close with your mother then, Mikhail? You talked about her a couple times.
Has that happened in this timeline yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the last episode.
I already forgot.
I keep fucking up the
Everything,
timeline.
everything has left my brain except for Ghost.
Egon is the only
You've got
important thing.
ghosts in your brain?
Egon is
Yeah,
all.
there's only ghosts.
I'm
Yeah,
a
we were pretty
doctor, he
close.
can help.
Hmm. That's good. What was her name?
She's got a name and it's a good one too.
Make me an NPC.
Somebody's making me a goddamn NPC today.
Did
I
I
mean-
adopt another NPC?
Hang on, maybe
I
it's
think
the
his
Google
mother's
Doc.
dead though.
It's not in the notes I sent to Charlie, so I have to open the Google Doc.
Send me the Google Doc.
I never named him.
I want all the lore.
You have to name him right
It's
now.
Maria
spot.
Hallett.
Marilyn Harlot.
What a name. Woof.
Damn. I want to meet that mom.
Time. That would work. Okay. Joan. Oh no, wait. No, I want to have to say Margaret. Margaret.
Your final
My
answer.
name is Marguerite,
Mwah.
which is the French form of Margaret.
That's your mother as well?
Or it was her name, I guess.
Well, it'll always be her
Sorry.
name.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true.
Paste it.
Type Margaret.
Margaret.
You guys just have a whole like
Margaret.
Batman Superman.
I wasn't gonna do it. Wasn't gonna do it.
That's why I was
Yeah.
laughing, but then it was right after we were talking about her dead mom. It's like, fuck.
Now you can't kill Michael. Even if you find his weakness.
Okay, wait a minute though. I'm definitely Batman in this scenario with all the fucking money and
That's
research
true.
and
Yeah, so
shit.
you're
Yeah.
trying to kill Superman.
That tracks.
And
that
Michael is
tracks.
Superman.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, that's much more fun word to say.
Oh my god.
we eat the bread. Are we heading out?
And then we head out, yeah.
Before we head out, are the vibes weird?
Definitely.
The ghost or in general?
Oh,
The
In
vibes are
general.
immaculate. This is the vibe we've always wanted.
messy
Vibes
vibes.
are not immaculate.
Fucking hot,
Messy.
But Amaranth's just chipper as shit. Like it's just making conversation about like absolutely nothing important, but
Her plan went exactly how she wanted
Oh.
it.
I
Damn it.
knows Amarantha. She's known her for a long time. She knows exactly what she did. She came in like a goddamn wrecking ball.
Tori's kind of just like watching them to see if there's like a noticeable change. So yeah, that's just
Oh no. Mhm.
Don't look at each other.
I
Yeah,
smell
just
what you're
looking
saying.
away.
I know
Yeah.
what you're
If
saying.
Vlad looks
Ah,
at
look at
him,
that
they won't make it to
cloud.
the cabin.
Yes. It's gonna be rough.
Michael
fan
gets
fiction episode.
shotgun.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Really moving in the bag.
He's like slumped down in the seat,
We
feet on the
take it
dash,
as we
staring
know
out the
Tori and
window. It's,
Amarantha.
oh my god.
he's a child at heart.
Yeah.
Considering they're all in the back seat, Tori's gonna ask Aurelio if he wants to hold the wine glass ghost.
We
Sure.
should probably get a travel container for him.
Travel wine glass.
It's travel wine glass.
You don't want it to break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
A to-go cup.
Hey, Horatio.
To-go.
I'm
The
sorry I
ghost
made
cup.
things awkward for you yesterday.
Oh no, it's quite all right, Amarantha. Perhaps it felt uncomfortable for a moment, but maybe it did give me a push. And
Know that we make our we do our best growing in our zones of discomfort.
yes, sure. Maybe it's been so long since I was alive that maybe it feels like you have all the time in the world. Maybe it's better not to keep waiting for things. Like, just
That's
to
what
take
we're
an action.
saying. Maybe it just took a couple of human girls to remind you of that.
Sure, it could be so. It could be.
Oofa doofa.
I just hit my laptop. Anyways,
I'll try not to make things awkward again.
sure. I mean,
Insight
it's
check.
just insight check.
I mean, there's a lot of fun in
Maybe
making
you.
things awkward on purpose.
Yes.
I wouldn't do that, would I?
No, it's not really your
Me?
vibe.
I'm not the drama. Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
She's absolutely.
Wait a
the
minute.
drama. 100%.
I appreciate Amarantha. You do it because you care, and
It is.
I know it's a sort of a way of ensuring that we know that you're engaged in our lives, and that's all right.
I care about you.
Yes, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
I just want
I'm glad
everybody
it's
to
that.
be
I think it's really cute.
happy.
I feel like Tori is sitting in the middle, and it's like
Yeah.
Conversation.
First, like looking back and forth.
social ping pong.
Egon in the wine glass.
Yes. It now has five little umbrellas on top of it.
Yes.
We don't know if he's hurt by the sun, but we don't want to take the risk.
Yes.
They just wanted to give him a parasol so he could feel like one of the guys.
One of the cool guys.
Yes.
No,
Aw,
the sad guys.
not so sad today.
I know.
Michael.
everybody's really chipper. Amarantha's in a good mood.
Do you want to put on some music, Michael?
No, I thought we would just sit here quietly with our thoughts for the whole ride.
Vlad is just like 10 and 2 looking ahead.
Oh my god.
Not gonna acknowledge the conversations in the backseat. Let's just try and make Michael feel welcome.
All right.
Is I have Bluetooth. There's an auxiliary cord.
But
Bluetooth.
music on shuffle only gets like sad breakup songs.
All right. As you set off for what will hopefully be the cabin you're looking for, I think that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh my god.
We'll get there someday. I'm sorry, Sharon.
My face hurts so much right now.
I mean, you got one of the things done, which was the woods. So you checked off one
Accomplished
thing.
A few things.
It didn't help that I went crazy with the prep work this week because I was like, oh my god, so many things.
So many things.
So many
So
things.
many
And
things
then
were
we just wanted to
accomplished.
talk about our feelings.
Yeah.
instead.
The whole fucking time.
Yeah, we accomplished
Sorry,
a lot of
Charlie.
things. It just wasn't the story.
Yeah.
Wasn't the story.
You had some emotional growth.
a lot of emotional
A lot
growth.
sooner than I thought it was
A
going to
lot.
happen. honestly.
Me too.
Character
Me
growth.
It's
too.
only Vlad's only
It's
been
only
back in
session
Aurelia's life
9.
for 2 days
Totally session
You can't
9.
help it. It's
of this micro 1-page RPG.
How many hours is that? Like
Just
It's
because
been
the
3
mechanics are
days.
simple doesn't mean the
36
story
hours
is.
of fucking show.
Yeah,
The story grew
30 some
legs.
hours.
Ran away.
Yeah.
I mean, see, we thought that the drama was gonna come between Vlad and Aurelio. It's really gonna be with getting Michael in on the circle. Tori and Amaranth are already there. It's fine.
Oh, they've been there.
They've already
They've
opened
just been
up their
waiting for the guys.
yeah.
Here yet?
Hey,
No.
Amarantha said that she had feelings for Michael. He just didn't say anything back.
He just didn't
She's not
acknowledge.
gonna keep pushing him.
Poor Michael.
What a mess.
Oh man.
He's like,
Michael has a
crazy.
lot
I
going
announced
on
her love for
Yeah.
Tori, tell me that she has feelings for me, then ask out Vlad.
We still have a date.
We still do have a date.
Amarantha really went fully rogue.
I love it, honestly.
It's very good. It was
Look,
like calling out Aurelio, confessing to Michael, and asking Vlad on a date. Funny.
Let's just get it all over with.
Yeah, just knock
All
them
the
all
cards
out.
on the table. Put it all out there. Put it all out there.
throwing all of these
My
out
God.
and see where I'm taking you.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
But
I mean, really, it's been 3 days. Vlad has shown a lot of restraint.
It's been 3 days.
He's been very good.
a lot's happened in 3 days.
A lot.
A lot.
Longest 3 days of our lives.
So long.
Yep. Yep. But thank you everyone for joining us this evening.
Oh, we're not gonna cut that out.
Nope, this stays.
No.
Unedited.
No
baby.
host.
I always forget that we're still recording.
Fix what in
And
post.
cut.
No.
And
Meeting.
Thank you for joining us. If you want more from Lee and Jenna, you can catch Abstract Adventures wherever you get your podcasts. You can
There's more
pop
drama.
you can pop them in your pocket and take them on the go. And it's fabulous. That's how
Come on,
podcasts
friends.
work.
Oh my God.
Good night.